Hare Krishna. So we'll do little kirtan. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaur Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gauranga Bhagwan ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, still some of our volunteers have not joined. Let's see what is happening. 22. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, some of the people who have committed, they have not joined. So, we'll start. It's already 5:15. Hope you have all remembered the last session. 1 minute. So I'm going to mute you all. If you have any questions, please type. Please type on the chat. I'll be checking the chat frequently. And let's start our session with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangulangayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyameshwaram. Hare Krishna, Prabhujis, Matajis. Thank you very much for joining the session. So, our session, what was that? Why do bad things happen to good people? That was the session we were doing. In the middle, sorry, 2 weeks gap came. Hopefully you you remembered all. So far we have discussed 2 important subject matters of Bhagavad-Gita in this session. Out of 5 subject matters of Bhagavad-Gita, we have discussed 4 of them. What are those 5? Bhagavan, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala. And the 5th one is Karma. So we have finished the 4 elaborately, and we have discussed the relations between them. What is the relation between Bhagavan and Jiva? And what is the relationship between Bhagavan and Prakriti? And what is the relationship between Bhagavan and Kala? Who is Bhagavan? Lord Sri Krishna is the Bhagavan. We have established that connection with all logic, all scriptural references. By all means, we have established that Krishna is the Bhagavan. Aishwaryasya samagrasya Viryasya yashasasriyaha jnana vairagyuschaiva shannam bhagayitingana. So we have taken the reference from different scriptures and established that Krishna is the Bhagavan. Krishna is the God, real God. Rest all are demigods or semi-gods or devatas. And we also discussed we are all jivas, the part and parcels of Bhagavan, right? And where are these jivas? In Prakriti. Prakriti has got 2. One is Para Prakriti, another is Apara Prakriti. Para Prakriti means spiritual world. Apara Prakriti means this material world. So we are in this material world, right? The material world consists of 1/4 of the total creation. 3/4 is the spiritual world, 1/4 is the material world. So what is this Prakriti? Prakriti is meant for Purusha's enjoyment. Who is Purusha? Krishna is the Purusha, and the rest is all Prakriti. In one way, the Jada Prakriti, the Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti, and Kala, all this comes under Prakriti only, meant for Krishna's enjoyment and Krishna's service, right? So Bhagavan, Jiva, Prakriti, and Kala. What is Kala? Kala is, time is Krishna's an agent, is working for Krishna, right? We have discussed these 4 points. So now coming to our session, heading of the session, why do bad things happen to good people. This was the question raised by one Christian father or a rabbi. Actually, his name is, today I read that, his name is Harold S. Kushner. Actually, as I told in the beginning of the session, his son was not died by bullet. That was another incident. They are actually two mixed. So this father's son died with a disease called what is that? Premature aging. So his son died at 14 years. What is that? Why he died? The disease is at 14 years he will become like 100 years old. Premature aging. That was the disease. That was the problem he faced. So in front of his eyes, his young son, 14-year-old son, died. Then he was searching for answers. And that connection, he wrote that book. Right, but today we are going to address that, why that happens. Right? So far, we have, I just run through the session slideshow so that you can. Krishna is Sachidananda and Jiva also Sachidananda. Right? Why? Because Jiva also part of Krishna. Parcel. Part means we belong to him. Parcel means we separated from him. That's why it's called part and parcel. Why we say always part and parcel, part and parcel? We are part of Krishna. When we are part of Krishna, we have to be with Krishna, right? No, we are not with Krishna. That means we are parcel. That means we are separated. That's why we are separated. Parts of Krishna, eternally separated parts of Krishna. That is why whatever the qualities he has, we also have, but in a different size, different magnitude. Right? That means qualitatively one, quantitatively difference. Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha, we are also Sachidananda Vigraha. That is the relationship between Bhagavan and Jiva. Right? We have explained to Bhagavan, we explained Jiva. So what is the connection? This is the connection. Jiva Swarupai Krishna Nityadas. Jiva's Swarupa is Jiva's real duty or real identity is Krishna Nityadas, eternal servant of Krishna. Krishnera means of Krishna. Nitya means eternal. Das means servant. That is the connection. That is the relationship between Jiva and Krishna. Right? And next we also explained the connection between Prakriti and Bhagavan or Purusha is Prakriti is meant for Krishna's enjoyment. Prakriti is serving. So in that way, we, the Jivas are also Prakriti. Right? Para Prakriti. We belong to Para Prakriti. And Apara Prakriti means dead matter. So both the Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti is meant for Krishna's service. Right? Jiva, Prakriti. Then Kala. So Kala is agent which is serving Krishna's purpose. So now, this is the connection. So why are we suffering? We have discussed 5 major topics of Bhagavad-Gita. Bhagavan, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala and Karma. So, to be frank, today should be the last session, but no, it's not the last session. There is something else. We'll be discussing that later. Okay. So, BJPKK. That is Bhagavad-Gita in abbreviational form. Okay, now let's go to next. So Prakriti, right? So how this Prakriti created? Who created the Prakriti? we have discussed. uh, Material nature, spiritual world, the differences also we discussed. We have compared this like a prison house, right? Why the prison house is needed? To transform. So this prison house has got different cells. How many types of cells are there? 84 lakhs of cells. Means 84 lakhs of bodies are there. Some of them are A class, some are B class, some of the C class, some are D class, some are E class. Different cells are there. Right. And next, this Prakriti is comprised of three modes: Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. Three gunas. Trigunamayi. Gunamayi. Guna means rope. So what is the purpose of the rope? To tie. Right? The mere purpose of the rope is to tie something. Similarly, these ropes, this guna means rope. There are three types of ropes: Sattva rope, Rajo rope, Tamo rope. So these three ropes are for what? Binding the jiva to this material world. Even though I am in Sattva Guna also, I am bound to this material world, because that is the purpose of the rope. So here, if you look at the picture, binds the body with three modes. Durga, okay, Sattva Guna, mode of goodness. So you can see, actually we skipped the qualities of Tamaguna people, the qualities of Rajoguna people, the qualities of Sattva Guna people. Sattva Guna is a mode of goodness, is characterized by knowledge, free from sins, conditioned by sense of happiness. This is Sattva Guna. Rajoguna, unlimited desires, free to activity, attraction between man and woman. Those are the character of Rajoguna. Next, Tamoguna, madness, laziness, sleep, intoxication. These are the three varieties of characteristics. So we all, whoever in this material world, have to come into one of these categories or permutations and combinations of these categories. That's why I gave the example like the rope is made. How the rope is made? Just like the Matajis braid their hair, similarly these three gunas are braided. Right? So thick rope. It's very difficult to break that rope. Right? So the point is, so we are mix of these qualities. Sometimes some quality will be predominant. In the morning one quality, in the afternoon one quality, in the night one quality. Different times, different people, different qualities, different combinations of these qualities. So that's why it's very difficult to find out who I am. I am a Sattva Guna person, I am a Rajo Guna person, a Tamo Guna person. But either way, whatever the guna you may be, these three gunas will bind us. Then how to get out? There is another guna called Shuddha Sattva, which is beyond Sattva Guna or above Sattva Guna, called Shuddha Sattva. How to come to that Shuddha Sattva? We'll discuss that later. But this is the, so, and another, food in mode of goodness. What is the, whatever we eat, that decides our mode. Right? So that's why in Bhagavad-Gita, in 17th chapter, these gunas are Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogam. Gunatraya Vibhaga. So our gunas are divided into, Traya means three. Gunatraya. In that, Krishna has explained, if you read that chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, we will know who we are. We don't have to ask anybody else. Oh Prabhuji, oh Mataji, how I am, who I am. You don't have to ask. Just read Bhagavad-Gita. It is like Bhagavad-Gita is like a mirror. What the mirror does, it will show you exactly how you look. Whether you are a Sattva Guna person, you are a Rajaguna person, you are a Tamaguna person. So that is a Bhagavad-Gita is like a mirror. Okay. So here it is mentioned that the Sattva Guna food that increases lifespan, heart becomes peaceful. That food is called that food is called Sattva Guna food. Purified, sorry, what is this? Yeah. So food that increases lifespan and heart becomes purified, gives strength, health, happiness and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome and pleasing to the heart. Now we can decide, we can see what kind of food we are eating. Are we eating juicy food, fatty foods, wholesome foods or not? Right? What you eat, that you are. It's very important, because the input decides what we are. That's why in the home, the kitchen is the very, very important place. What is there in kitchen? How is your kitchen? That decides how everybody behaving in the house. If somebody behaving in the house differently, means you have to check what is happening in my kitchen. Is Sattva Guna? Am I feeding Sattva Guna? Am I feeding Rajaguna? Or am I feeding Tamoguna? Right? Now we know the qualities. Now how do those qualities are coming in? Where they are coming from? We will know from the kitchen. So now food in the mode of passion. How it will be? Here are the qualities. Food that causes distress, misery and disease. Such foods are, how they are look? Bitter to sour, salty, very hot, pungent, dry and burning. Are we eating those foods? Yes, the picture also there. The onion, the garlic, the chilies, hot, pungent. All these foods are in mode of passion. Now next one, food in mode of ignorance. Yatayamam gata rasam puti paryushitam. There are 17, 8, 17, 9 slokas are prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. Whatever you cook, that should be finished in 3 hours. After 3 hours, that becomes tamoguna food. Right? What we are doing, we are keeping in the fridge and we are eating after 3 days, or maybe 13 days, or maybe 3 months, right? Some 3 years. Some pickles you eat after 13 months. What to speak of 3 hours? But food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, tasteless, decomposed, putrid, consisting of remnants. We eat remnants, not good. Consider remnants and untouchable. So these are the 3 types of foods and how they are looking. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. So now let's go to the next. This one slide I missed last time. So now the conditioned souls. We are the conditioned souls. We should not think that conditioned soul is somebody else. So we are all conditioned. So all living beings in this material world are conditioned by these 3 modes. Just like sometimes we see what is that? The puppet show. You know the puppet show. What a puppeteer will be, from the back behind the scene, he will be having the threads on his fingers. He will be moving the fingers, and these fingers are tied with the strings with the doll. So the doll will be dancing, jumping, doing so many things just to movements of the fingers. They know very well, perfectly. Right? Similarly, we, the living entities in this world, are puppets. Puppeteer. Who is the puppeteer? Puppeteer is Mother Durga. She is the controller of these three modes. She is using these three modes and controlling us. So the soul comes in contact with a particular mode of material nature and acts accordingly, being conditioned. Right? Okay, let's go to. Actually, I just want to finish this. Soul is pure. So many things we have discussed. Yeah. Okay, Kala. So what is the nature of time? What is time? Time is Krishna's energy. And Krishna says, I am the time. Kalosmi loka kshayakrit pravruddha. He said, I am the time. So time is doing everything. Amongst all killers, time is the ultimate killer. Right? So time causes transformation in the Prakriti. 6 transformations we have discussed. What are those? Takes birth, grows, and stays, and produces offspring, dwindles, and dies. These are the 6 transformations of the body. But whereas the soul doesn't go any kind of transformation. Soul is eternal, always same. It doesn't undergo any changes. Right, now today's topic, karma. Right, so a very important thing to be remembered is, out of the 5 subject matters, Bhagavan, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, 4 are eternal. You cannot change much. They are always there. Bhagavan, Krishna is always there. There is no time Krishna doesn't exist. Krishna is Krishna for all the time. He was Krishna, he is Krishna, he will be Krishna, and he will be the Bhagavan, he is Bhagavan, he was Bhagavan. At any point of time, Krishna will be the Bhagavan forever. That's why he is called Bhagavan. If he changes, he will not be called Bhagavan. Right? So eternal. Similarly, Jiva, we are also eternal. We were there, we are there, we will be there. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam apyasya. No, not in that shloka. What is that shloka? Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipa nachaiva na bhavishyama sarve vayam ataparam. In Bhagavad-Gita, 2nd chapter, Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, Arjuna, there was no time where these kings were not existing, and there will not be any time these kings will not be existing. Not only them, you and me. We all will be there. We all were there. We are there now also. That means what? Jiva also eternal. Right? God is eternal and the living entities are eternal. Prakriti is eternal. This material nature is eternal. Means always there. Sometimes come and go, but it is always there. Eternal. Because being Krishna's energy, it is eternal. Whatever is Krishna's energy is eternal. Krishna is eternal. Krishna's energies are eternal. Time is eternal. There was no time that there is no time. Right? There was no time that there was no time that time did not exist. Time is always there. You cannot change time. You cannot change Prakriti. You cannot change yourself in the sense as a soul you cannot change. and God, you don't have to talk about it. So out of the 5 things, 4 things are constant, eternal. But the 5th thing is karma, is not eternal. That means karma is not permanent. If karma is permanent, we don't have to come here. We don't have to join this call. Even amongst Corona, we don't have to join this call because karma is eternal. Why to? You cannot change the karma. Why do you have to do this? Simply just go and enjoy. Simply do whatever you want. But fortunately, Krishna did not make karma as eternal. That is the difference between Christianity and Sanatana Dharma and other religions. The other religions, especially Christians, say that karma is eternal. When karma makes eternal, God is cruel. in the Christianity, God is cruel because He says that if you do something wrong, you will go to hell for eternity. Rest of the eternity you will be hell. You will be in the hell. And if you do something good, rest of the eternity you will be in the heaven. That is their understanding. But that's not right. So according to Sanatana Dharma, karma is not eternal. It is changeable. Karma is the only one which can be changeable, which can be altered. That is why we are discussing this. Why? Yes, by doing certain activities, you can change your destiny. Our destination can be changed. Hell to heaven, heaven to hell, or out of hell and heaven you can go to spiritual world. Both hell and heaven are in this material world only. Unfortunately, the Christians don't know that. They think that heaven is the highest thing. No, heaven is one part in this material world only. It's just next to the hell, heaven. Both are side by side. One is A class jail, another is C class jail. That's all. There are 2 cells in a same jail. They don't know that. But according to Sanatana Dharma, there is another place called spiritual world. Vaikunta, Goloka. These are the places. They are neither hells or not heavens. They are beyond material world. So point here is karma is not eternal. That is the good news for all of us. So let us understand what is karma. What is the definition of karma? How can we define which can be called karma, which cannot be called karma? So karma is nothing but whatever the activity we do in this world, whatever the thought we do, whatever the words we do. So karma can be generated in 3 ways: by thinking, feeling and willing. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. In 3 ways we can do karma. So here the definition of karma is activities performed by jiva, living entities. Any activity, in whatever the way, either mentally, verbally, physically. In 3 ways you can perform the activities. Okay, the jiva, whatever the activities performed by jiva, where is jiva? In the prakriti. So prakriti means 3 gunas. So conditioned by 3 gunas, performed by jiva in the prakriti under the purview of time. How many came? Jiva came, prakriti came, 3 gunas came, time came. What is missing? Bhagavan is missing. So now where does Bhagavan fits in karma? By the permission of Krishna. Whatever the activity we do, Krishna's permission should be there. Without Krishna's permission we cannot do anything. Anumanta, Upadrasta, Anumanta. Anumanta means anumati. Anumati means permission. Whatever the activity, whether you think, you talk, or you do, the permission should be there. Now let's define the karma once again. The activities performed by Jiva, living entity, in the Prakriti, conditioned by three modes of material nature, ordained by time, permitted by Krishna, is called karma. That means what? Entire Bhagavad-Gita is involved. Bhagavad-Gita consisting of, what are the five, right? Bhagavan, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, and karma is, that's what we are defining. That means in karma, the other four things are involved. That's why karma is a very, 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 very important subject matter to discuss. Okay, so before entering further, let's understand. So there is a king. King means kingdom. Without kingdom, can anybody called as king? There is no meaning of king without kingdom. Right? If I go and say, then on the road, I am a king, people will laugh at me. So they will ask, where is your kingdom? Okay. So king is there, kingdom is there. King is there, kingdom is there. To rule the kingdom, what is needed? The constitution is needed. Rajyangam. So king is there, kingdom is there, constitution is there. Then only that is called a real kingdom. He is a real king. And he knows how to rule the kingdom properly according to the constitution. But unfortunately, in the world, there are some people, they are believing that king is there, but the constitution is not there. How a king rules your kingdom? Through the constitution, by the constitution. Right? By rules and regulations, he will rule the kingdom. Otherwise, he will take the sword in hands, he will not go everywhere, every day. That's not how he rules. He rules the kingdom by constitution. So there are some people, they are thinking that king is there, but constitution is not there. So here, king is nothing but God, Krishna. Constitution is nothing but law of karma, karma siddhantam. To rule this world, Krishna is using his constitution, karma siddhantam. Unfortunately, there are some other people. God is not there, king is not there, but constitution is there. There are that kind of people also. God is not there, or God is temporary, but constitution is there, it's permanent, it will be there, it is ruling. Only constitution is ruling. No God is needed, no king is needed to rule. That's called democracy or demon crazy. In democracy, what happens? The rules and regulations are there, but the king comes and goes, anybody can become king, everybody can become king. These kind of thoughts are there. So both are wrong. King means constitution is there. Constitution means the king should be there. The constitution, law is there. The laws of nature is there. The law maker is there. We have discussed that. Right? Laws are there. So many laws. That means law maker is there. Karma siddhanta is there. That means siddhanta karta is also there. Who is the karma siddhanta karta? Is Krishna. Right? So now we have discussed karma. So what kind of karma? Different types of karma. That is okay. The law of karma. Yeah. How can we understand this law of karma? To understand this law of karma, in our physics study, there is a law of Newton's law of motion are there. Newton's law of motion. What is the third law? Third law of Newton's third law of motion. But is for every action there is opposite and equal reaction. We all know this. We all have studied this. All have understood this very well. but it is there in scripture, it is there in our day-to-day life also, not only in physics, not only in mechanics, it is there in our day-to-day life. For every action, we just discussed how are we doing the action? Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. Three ways we are doing the actions. So for three types of actions, there is equal and opposite to reaction is there. Right? That is called law of karma. Right? So we are accountable for everything we think, we speak, and we do. We are accountable, we are responsible. I cannot do just like that. I cannot think just like that. I cannot just speak just like that. Right? We are seeing, people are getting punished, at least for what they speak and what they do. What they think, well, it's not known, not understood by others. Otherwise, they would be punished for that also. Of course, the others may not be able to see what are thoughts in us, but God knows everything. Krishna is Paramatma living in our body. He knows what we are thinking. So that's why if you may escape from government, police, by what you are thinking, not knowing what you are thinking, but you cannot escape from God. Right? Yes, this session will be little heavy, little scary. Please be aware. Right? So far is so good. But this is now we are coming to the reality. Of course, the others are not real. They are also real. They are more real than this. But this is we can experience these things, right? So that's why it will be a little heavier, little bothersome. It is like painful because it is restricting us. It is forcing us to do certain things, not to do certain things. That's why it will be painful. So, but please be aware and please be attentive. So we are accountable for everything we think, we speak, we do. We can give some examples. Right? Let's see what are the examples given here. Therefore, we must be aware of the consequences of all the activities that we perform. Right? Yeah. Now let's take primal knowledge of the law of karma. In Bhagavad-Gita, there are two chapters. 4th chapter and 5th chapter. 4th chapter is Karma Yoga. 5th chapter is Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Very, very important chapters. Of course, every chapter in Bhagavad-Gita is important. So in Karma Yoga, Krishna says one important thing. What is that? Gahana karmanogati. What is that shloka? Karmano hyapi bodhavyam bodhavyancha vikarmana akarmanancha bodhavyam karmana gahano gatihi. So very, very important shloka covering this karma chapter, entire topic. What he is saying in that shloka? Karmano hyapi bodhavyam. Bodhavyam means to be understood. Bodha, bodhavyam. Bodha means knowledge. Bodhavyam, to be understood. We have to understand karma. We have to understand vikarma. And we have to understand akarma. So there are three types of karma. So the karma can be divided into three divisions, divided into three parts. What is that? Karma, or that can also be called as sakarma. And next vikarma, and the next is akarma. If we understand these three things, we will be peaceful. For whatever the problems we are undergoing, or whatever the problems we may undergo in future, also answers why, how, where, all those questions will be answered if you understand these three things. So he said, one more important, karma, gahana karmano gatihi. Gahana means very difficult. This karma subject matter is very difficult to understand. It's not just like our mathematics, physics and chemistry. Why? Generally in mathematics, what happens in algebra or any equation is there, x plus y is equal to 10. You can, what is the value of x, what is the value of y, which satisfies equal to 10. Couple of answers. Okay, x plus y plus z is equal to 10. That means give some value to x, give value to y, give some value to z. Easy to solve the equation. Now a plus b plus c plus d plus e plus f equal to 10. Now the equation became complicated. Similarly, this equation a plus b plus c plus d plus e plus f plus g plus, in this 26 variables are there and equal to 10. Still you can solve the equation. But this karma equation is, we don't know how many variables are there. That's why it's very difficult to solve. It is difficult to understand. That's why Krishna said, gahana karmano gatihi. The destination of karma, the source of karma, and the journey of karma, it is very difficult to understand for us. Krishna will understand, Krishna can understand, but we cannot understand with our 450 grams of grey matter. That's why Krishna said, gahana karmano gatihi. Don't try to analyze your karma. Why I am like this? Why I am suffering? What made me to suffer? Don't try to analyze that. But at least try to understand. Understand what? What is sakarma, what is vikarma, what is akarma. You understand that, then to some extent what is happening in your life you will understand. Not exactly in entirety you cannot understand. Right? So gahana karmano gatihi. So this is the point. Now let's see what is these three things. What is sakarma, what is vikarma, what is akarma. Now laws of karma are relative. Relative means different for different people. Right? Not everybody undergoes same karma, same actions, same reactions for actions. That's why different for different people. That is the meaning of relative. It's not absolute. Relative. Suppose if you take animals doesn't have karma. Even though they are also behaving like us, they don't have any karma. What is this? They are killing, they are doing so many things like us, they are doing so many pious activities, impious activities, they are doing sakarma, vikarma, but they don't have any reactions. Why? Very important. Because they don't have choice. Animals don't have choice. If they are feeling hungry, they will eat. Whatever comes in their way, they will eat. Whatever is given to them, that only they will eat. They don't have choice. Lion will not think that today, since the last few days I have been eating rabbits, today I will eat deer. They don't have choice. Right? Today I am hungry. Whatever comes in front of me, I will eat. Whether it's a rabbit, whether it's a cat, dog, hog, whatever comes on its way, to satisfy its hunger, it will eat because it doesn't have a choice. Because it doesn't have a choice, it doesn't generate any karma. Any reaction, whether good reaction, bad reaction, it doesn't generate. Because they go by instinct. They are thirsty, they need water, water gets, they drink. That's all. Once they drank the water enough of the stomach, they don't drink more. Right? If the lion is eaten enough for the day, even any number of animals go in front of it, it won't harm them. As if nothing happens. Because it doesn't have a choice. But for the human being, the choice is given. Because of the choice is given, we are generating a reaction. We don't go by just instinct. We also have choice. Of course, instinct is there. Right? I am hungry. So what should I eat today? Today shall I eat chapati? Shall I eat rice, idli, dosa? I have a choice. I can eat anything. Because you have a choice, if you eat idli, you will get something reaction. If you eat dosa, some other reaction. Chapati, some. Rice, something. Because you have been given choices. Conscious choice. So in that way, we are at risk by giving choice. Krishna has given us the choice. The choice can be both ways. It binds you, it liberates you. Right? The example is given. To run the boat, water is needed. Isn't it? Without water, can the boat run? Doesn't run. But the same water enters into the boat, what happens? The water kills you. Is it the problem with the water or the boat? It's a boat. Right? Similarly, the choice is given for us. It's not that it will punish us. No. It will liberate us also. So that is why the karma means it's a choice. So point here it is, laws of karma are relative. Next, good karma means pious activities. That's called sakarma or karma. Karma or sakarma, both same. So good karma. If you do good activity, you will get the good result. It's called punya. Right? You develop, you derive punya, good bank balance. So pious activity. Next one is bad karma or sinful activity. If you do bad karma, you will get the bad result. No need to tell. We know. Suppose if you are doing lot of charitable work, that means you are developing so much punya. You are working very hard. So every month you are getting salary and it is getting deposited in the bank account. Right? But without work, you are whatever you have acquired, you are spending every day. One day your account will be depleted. Zero. Bad karma, like that. Sinful activity. Bad karma. Whatever the bad you do, you will get the bad. Next to okay. So good karma, bad karma. That means sinful activity. Now before entering into further, what are the sinful activities? How can we define a sinful activity? How can we define a pious activity? Everybody has got different understanding. Somebody thinking pious will be impious for somebody. Somebody impious will become a pious for somebody. So what is the reference? It should be common to everybody, right? Especially, at least for human beings, the sinful is sinful for everybody. Pious is pious for everybody. Not that something is pious for Americans and impious for Indians. Something is pious for women, impious for man. It shouldn't be like that, right? Of course, there are little differences are there, but in a whole, that should be same. So the point is, what are the sinful activity for human beings? In human beings, different categories are there, right? At least 4 different categories, like the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, like that. Brahmacharis, Grihasthas, Vanaprasthas, Sannyasis. According to Varnashrama Dharma, there are 8 types of people. So in that way, the sinful activities are defined. So what are these sinful activities? So that we can avoid doing some bad karma. Sinful activities. Okay, now let's see. The 4 pillars of sinful life. To stand a building, at least 4 pillars are needed. Isn't it? The vehicle, car is running. It needs four wheels. Right? Similarly, for the 4 pillars of sinful life. Pious life is there, sinful life is there. Sinful life is there. So what are these 4 pillars of sinful life? One is illicit sex. Second is intoxication. Third is gambling. Fourth is meat eating. These are the 4 pillars of the sinful life for everybody, for all the human beings, whoever they are. Right? Why? Because the peaceful life, for a peaceful life, the other 4 pillars, the real 4 pillars are, what is that? Satyam, Shaucham, Kshama, Dhaya. These are the 4 pillars of dharmic life. These are the 4 pillars of sinful life. The other 4 are the 4 pillars of pious life. What is that? Satyam means truthfulness. Shaucham means cleanliness. Daya, mercy. And Satyam, Shaucham, Daya, Kshama, Dhaya. Next one is Tapa actually. Tapas, austerity is another pillar. So when we are committing these 4 pillars of sinful life, we are cutting the 4 pillars of sinful life, pious life. Or in one way, the 4 pillars of pious life are cut by doing these 4 sinful activities. We will see how. Let's take meat eating. Meat eating is one of the sinful activity. When we do meat eating, we have to kill an animal. For the satisfaction of my tongue, 6 inches of tongue, what I am trying to do? I am killing an innocent animal brutally, mercilessly. When I do that, the pillar of mercy is cut. Right? There is a question here. Well, here you are saying that meat eating is a impious activity, sinful activity. How come it is allowed in other religions? The other religions are supporting it, propagating it, promoting it, inspiring. How the difference? Why the difference? Why it is allowed there in their religions? Why it is considered as a sinful activity in this Sanatana Dharma. To be frank, in Sanatana Dharma also meat eating is allowed. We may feel happy. Ah, very nice, very good. Thank you for giving the license. Right? But it is a license. Right? What is the purpose of the license? The purpose of the license is to regulate. What is the purpose of the regulation? The purpose of the regulation is to control. What is the purpose of the control? The purpose of the control is condemn it or stop it permanently, but in a gradual way. So that is why in Sanatana Dharma also meat eating is allowed with some conditions, some rules, some regulations are there. We'll see what are these rules and regulations and how it works. In Sanatana Dharma, it is allowed that it is said that you can eat meat of a goat, not any other animal. Only one animal, that is nothing but goat. Especially, definitely not cow. Because cow is your mother. You are drinking the milk of cow. Just like you are drinking the milk of your mother, you are drinking the milk of cow. So we should not kill our mother. Okay. So now let's come. So goat is allowed to eat. Not like any time and every time. Anybody. Whenever you want, wherever you want. No. There are some more rules. Only goat. Monthly once. Well, monthly once means any day. No, not any day. Only on Amavasya day. Goat, monthly once, and that once is in on Amavasya day. And how you have to eat? On Amavasya day, at the dead of the night, you have to kill the goat. Not just killing. You have to offer it to Kali. Mother Kali, the Ghora Rupa of the material nature is Mother Durga, Kali. So you have to offer it to her. How to offer? There is a procedure. See the license, how the license comes with so many restrictions, right? The government is giving license to drive the car. Is the license to drive the car anywhere and everywhere, whatever the way you want? No. The license is given to, you should have 18 years of age at least. And you should know how to read and the signals on the road. Right? You should drive on the left side. There is some speed limit. And there is a red signal, there is a yellow signal, there is a green signal. There is a bypass. There are so many rules and regulations the license is given. Right? The license doesn't mean that you can drive the car at 200 miles per hour. No. Even though your mind is wanting, desiring to drive that speed, but the government is not allowing that. The license is not meant for that. Similarly, even though license is given to eat the meat, but not all the animals. Not every time. Not any time. Not everywhere. So now the time restriction is there, monthly once. Another time restriction on Amavasya day. Another time restriction is there. You have to cut the animal on 12 o'clock in the dead of the night, where everybody was sleeping. So next to where? Outside of the village, not inside the village. The Kali's temple is there outside the village. Take the animal, go to Kali's temple, and in the dead of the night, you have to offer this goat to as a food, as an offering to Mother Kali. There you have to sacrifice. Sacrifice means tyaga, or offering to Kali. And before that, there is some more restriction. While cutting the animal, goat, you have to look into the eyes of the goat. Not that I fully drunk and I'll be looking at somewhere and I'll cut, I'll chop. No. You have to look into the eyes of the goat. Eye to eye contact should be there. And before that, you have to chant some mantras into the ears of the goat. What is the meaning of that mantra? It is in Sanskrit. Oh my dear goat, for the satisfaction of my tongue, I am cutting your throat. In next life, I am giving you the permission to cut my throat. I will become a goat, you can cut my throat. This is the meaning of that Sanskrit mantra. Right? And what is the meaning of that? What is the mantra? Mam Saha. Mam means me. Saha means whatever I am doing it to you, you do that to me. Whatever exactly I am doing to you, you can do that to me. Because we will just exchange our positions. You will become human being, I will become a goat. And I am giving the permission to you. This is the meaning of Mamsaha. From there only Mamsa came. Mamsa, people are just simply thinking that but Mamsa is something. It's a Mamsa means it's a Sanskrit mantra. When you say that, whenever you say that, you are giving permission to the other animal. Mamsaha, mamsa, 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 mamsam. So this kind of license is given to eat meat in Sanatana Dharma. If this is the procedure, knows anybody how many times he will eat? How many times he will try to cut the throat of the goat? Once, twice, thrice, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time. At one point of time, he will think, what I am doing? What I am doing? Even if how mad fellow he may be, how drunkard he may be, one time he will think, he will stop. And one more thing, when we cut that meat, you have to cook yourself and you have to eat. And everybody has to cut their own goat. Not that one fellow cuts and 1,000 people will eat. That's not allowed. Restrictions are say you have to cut on your own and you have to cook and eat, and don't keep it for 10 days later. Keep it in the fridge and eat later. That's for one day only. You have to throw it out. Leftover should be throw it out. Don't make it pickles. So these are the restrictions. How many of us will be ready to eat like this? If there is any little sense, he will stop eating. So the license is given. The purpose of the license is to stop. One day, everybody will stop. For intoxication also, for drinking, wine also, there is a yajna. There is a yajna called Sautramini yajna. That yajna, it costs, if you perform that yajna, it costs more money than buying the liquor. Then why government gives the license? Why government is opening liquor shops, bars? Because there will be some people. If the government doesn't give that permit, they will drink on the road. They will make their own wine in their backyard. And they can drink how much ever they want. That's why government says, no, don't do that. So come here, we have opened for you. You come here, inside, drink. Limited. But before drinking, you have to perform some yajna. Of course, Telangana government is not doing that, imposing that. Telangana government is opening everywhere. Left and right shops are opening, malls are opening. Earlier there were shops, now it has become mall. Wine malls are opening. Whatever the type of available mall in the entire world will be available here. So you can drink more varieties. So that is the great thing our government is doing nowadays. We should be very thankful to our government because it's allowing to drink, different kinds of wines. So, but the purpose the state gives, the purpose of license is to stop one day. What is that, sir? So, Sautramini Yajna. So, by performing Sautramini Yajna, you have to spend a lot of money. To drink a quarter of wine, you have to spend 1,000-2,000 rupees. Right? So, if you do that, how many times you drink? You will stop. Ultimately, the purpose of license is to stop. Of course, it is there in everywhere, but in the other religions, it is doing. They have been given free. They did not mention all this because first of all, they don't understand anything. But in the earlier, everybody is in Sanatana Dharma. These rules were there, but the people who are in the other religions, they are cut from Sanatana Dharma. So they did not know. They don't know what is this process. That's why they are simply doing whimsically on their own. Just like that they are doing, but that doesn't mean that they will be escaping from sinful activity. I belong to different religion, I will cut any animal and I'll eat, I don't get to sin. No, it's not like that. Sin is for everybody. So this is the, so what happened? So when we do the meat eating, so daya pillar is cut. When we drink intoxication, the austerity, tapasya pillar is cut. And when we indulge in illicit sex, the cleanliness of the mind is cut. And when we gamble, the truthfulness is cut. The four pillars will be cut. So how the building will stand? So in this Kali Yuga, three pillars are already cut. Cleanliness is gone, austerity is gone, daya is gone. Only one pillar left, that is very weak pillar, is truthfulness is there. Because especially in Telangana, 99% of the people meat eaters. How many? 99%. In the entire India, Telangana is the number one state where 99% of people are meat eaters. Daya is gone. 100%. Government is opening left and right liquors all over the state. Each and every nook and corner of the villages. Also liquor shops are open. What to speak? Everywhere in the country, entire India, entire world open. Then tapasya is gone. No more tapasya. Tapasya pillar is gone. And next, illicit sex. Sex outside marriage. Very prevalent nowadays. If you watch newspaper, TV, news, every day you will find illicit relations. People killing each other, different ways. So cleanliness is gone. Only thing is left is truthfulness. Gambling. So when we do gamble, because everything belongs to Krishna in this world, nothing is belong to us. How can you gamble somebody's property? That is why gambling also bad, sinful activity. So in this way, these four sinful activities are reasons for our bad karma. Right? So when we are indulging in these four activities, we are building your account. What is that? Vikarma account is getting built. Right? Sinful activities. Next, let's go to. So concession given does not mean free license to engage in sinful activities. Yes, the license is to stop one day, slowly, because we have got the background coming from different species. When we enter into human life, human body, there are three ways we can come to this life. One is one entrance through cow, another entrance to monkey, another entrance to lion. Satvaguna people are coming from cow, Rajoguna people are coming from lion, Tamoguna people are coming from monkey. Right? Darwin said, Darwin has stolen Sanatana Vedic literature, but unfortunately he did not learn Vedic literature from a guru. He just tried to understand on his own. He misunderstood that. He said that man is coming from monkey. But that is misunderstanding or wrong way of interpretation, because he did not learn the Shastra properly. Unfortunately, we are learning from Darwin and we are making that as a subject in our texts and making people are monkeys. Isn't it? We have been studying and writing the exams, getting the certificate, accepting Darwin philosophy. Even the people who know Sanatana Dharma also, they have to do it. Even though they know very well what is this evolution theory, still they cannot escape, because they need certificate, they need marks. That's why they have to study and write it. That is very unfortunate thing. So point here, concession given does not mean free license to do sinful activities. Next. Yes, applicable to only human species. We have discussed this already. Next, instant and delayed karma. This is a very important subject. Karma can be two ways. One is instant karma. One is delayed karma. Right? What is instant means immediately. Suppose I am going on the road. For whatever the reason, if I hit somebody, if I slap somebody, what happens? What can you expect? He will slap immediately. Instant. If I put my finger into fire, the karma is instant. The reaction is instant. Right? This is called instant karma. Suppose, let's say delayed karma. So delayed karma means you do something now and you will get the reaction after some time. That time can be after a minute, after an hour, after a day, after a week, after a year, after some years, after this life, after many lives. This can be the delayed. The delay can be anywhere, depending on the action you do. Today I sow means to put sow a seed, sowing the seeds, right? Different seeds will give different fruits in different timings. If you sow a seed of mangoes seed, it will take few years to get a mango fruit. But if you sow some seed of some vegetables, immediately within few days you will get the fruit, vegetables. What? The sowing is the action, the getting the fruit is the reaction. The reactions are depending on different things. That's called delayed karma. Suppose I am going on the road. On the side of the road, nice mirchi bhajis are smelling. They are inviting, come. The nose is pulling you to eat. Nice mirchi bhaji. I am hungry, and also smell is very good, and they are available. Hot mirchi bhaji. I eat. Okay. So in the morning around 4 o'clock, something happens in your tummy. Or that you have to run to the bathroom. What happened? The action happened before 6 hours. The reaction is coming now. 6 hours later, you have to run. Action, reaction. What kind of a reaction? Delayed reaction. In this way, the action can be take any amount of time depending on the action. And this action, a reaction can be lifetimes. So today in this life, I am like this. Right? My conditions are, my family conditions, my living conditions are this. Why like this? Because of my previous life's actions. That means it took a lifetime to enjoy or suffer the reaction. So in the history, there is such a wonderful incident. The incident is story of Dhritarashtra. Once the Kurukshetra war was over, all the Kauravas died, only 8 people left. In the 18 Akshauhinis of Sainya, only 8 people left. All the Kauravas, 100 sons of Dhritarashtra died. So he was undergoing agony, pain. Krishna came and he went to Krishna and he asked, my dear Krishna, why my 100 sons have died? Dhritarashtra is a knowledgeable person, but he did not know why he was suffering. Right? He asked the question. He did not ask anybody else. He asked Krishna because he knows that Krishna knows the answer. So then he rightly approached Krishna and Krishna gave the answer. Yes, my dear uncle, you are deserved for this. Why? You are so angry. Why I am deserved? Generally something happens in our life. No, why me? It comes right in our questioning. Why me only? Why not anybody else? If something bad happens, we ask the question, why me? Something good happens, we don't ask, why me? Have you ever asked? I became a millionaire, trillionaire. I became a doctor, engineer, prime minister, chief minister, this, that. So many things happened. Did we ever ask, oh Krishna, why me? Why not the other person? Why not the opposite party leader didn't become prime minister, chief minister? Did we ask? We never ask. But something bad, any small thing happens, we say, why me? Similarly, he asked, why me? Dhritarashtra asked, why me? Then Krishna explained, my dear uncle, 50 lifetimes back, you were a hunter. And what did you do? You lit fire to a big tree. On the tree, there were small birds in 100 number. The parents were out. The small birds were in the nest. They cannot fly. So what did you do? You lit fire to the tree. For the tree burned to ashes. In that 100 birds, baby birds have died, burned to ashes. On top of that, you have poked into the eyes of the 2 birds, parent birds. So that is why in this lifetime you born like blind, and your wife also acting like blind, and your 100 sons are died in front of your eyes. This is the reaction. Exact situation happened to you. Then he asked a very intelligent question. Well, why did it take 50 lifetimes? It should happen in that same lifetime or otherwise next lifetime. Why it has to take 50 lifetimes? Then he answered, my dear uncle, for that you need 100 sons, because there are 100 birds you killed, right? So for that you need 100 sons, isn't it? So to get 100 sons, how much pious activity you have to do? To get one son, you have to do lot of pious activity. So to do enough pious activity to get 100 sons, you have to wait for 50 lifetimes. Now you have done that enough pious activity, now you have developed that much pious activity, now you born with 100 sons. Now the entire situation is ready to be executed. That's why it's executed now. That's why you are not suffering. That's why now you are suffering. So you are undergoing the same pain which is undergone by that parent birds. You cannot escape. This is the answer given by Krishna. So this is called a delayed karma. So aprarabdha palam papam kutam bijam palomukam kramenaiva phaliyeta Vishnu bhaktiratatmanam. That's a beautiful shloka in Padma Puran. What shloka? Our karma in different stages. Aprarabdha palam papam kutam bijam palonmukam. This karma can be divided into another way of two ways. One is prarabdha karma, one is aprarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means which is ready to be undergone, enjoyed or suffered. That's called prarabdha. Sometimes we say it's prarabdha. Prarabdha means what? He has did some activity and that activity generated the result. Now he has to undergo the result. That's called prarabdha, phala. So there is aprarabdha. Aprarabdha means it is not fructified yet. It is in different stage. That stage can be kuta, bija and phala. That means what? It is in the seed form. It is in the kuta. Kuta means suppose the seed is there. If you don't put the seed anywhere, it will be seed, like seed only. But if you put that seed into the ground and pour some water, it will become bija. Kuta, bijam. Then it will become tree, plant, then tree, then leaves, then flowers, then fruit. Then you have to eat. So aprarabdha has got a lot of time, but prarabdha is ready to be eaten. So in that way, our karma in different stages, in different timings will be there. That's why it's instant karma and delayed karma. Okay. Yeah. And next, there is another example for delayed karma. Yeah. Sow a coconut seed and get a fruit in 20 years. Cellulose. Yeah, this is the one. Some people ask the question, why I am suffering now? So I don't know how many of you came from villages. In my childhood, in my village, in my house, these cellulose were there. In Telugu language we call it as gade. Gade means, cello means it's made up of wood, sometimes made up of mud also. It's like a big pot, a long pot. The pot has got, that can be sometimes, sometimes they put in the wall also. They build a wall around it. So what happens, from top you have to pour the grains and from down you can remove it. Suppose 1 year the farmer gets a certain low class of grains, and for the purpose of storing he will pour the grains into the cello, and from the bottom the opening is closed. Right? Whenever he wants he will open it, but timing now he will close it, and next year he gets good fine class of grain and he pours from top. While pouring a first class grain from top, if you open down you will get a third class of rice, third class of grain. Somebody who doesn't have any idea what is happening, I am pouring first class from top, why I am getting third class from down? Is anything happening in the middle? But the person who stored the grains, who poured the grains earlier, he knows why it is coming. Similarly, in this lifetime, I may be a good person. I may be doing all good activities. But all the bad is happening to me. Why? The bad is nothing but you stored in your previous life. That's the exact answer for this. Why do bad things happen to good people? How you are good? You are good in this lifetime only. You are bad, worst in previous lifetimes. You have stored your reactions, aprarabdha, in seed form or in whatever the form. Now that is your opening. So for the whatever the good actions you are doing, even though in your next life, even though if you are bad, you will be getting all good reactions. That is again bewildering for you. I am doing so much nonsense, but I am getting flourished. I am getting everything good. People, same thing. Why do good things happen to? Why do bad things happen? Why do good things happen to bad people? And why do bad things happen to good people? This is the best example to answer. Right? Now, you are a bad person, but you are getting all good things. Others will be bewildered. This fellow will be doing all nonsensical activities, but he is getting so much good name, good fame, good wealth, everything is good, but he is doing all nonsense. Why? They can't understand. They will bewilder. Right? So this is the answer to our session. Point is, what is that? Delayed karma. Drum for cellos. Next. Another important division. Individual karma, collective karma. Individual karma means I do some activity, I only suffer. Collective karma means the community suffer, the family suffer, the country suffers, entire earthly planet will suffer. Right? That's called collective karma. So let's understand individual karma. Individual karma, suppose headache is there. Something happened, headache, I only suffer. Nobody else in the family. Okay? Sometimes what happens, in a family, a child takes birth. A disease comes to the child. The child only suffering? No, entire family will suffer. Child is also suffering. Individual karma is there. At the same time, collective karma is there. Entire family, the mother, the father, grandparents, everybody will suffer. Everybody has to take. Right? That's called collective karma. Sometimes entire community will take. Sometime back, one of our prime ministers got killed by the community. What happens? Throughout the country, people killed that community. And why? Those people did the action, so they should be punished. Why the entire community has to suffer? This is called collective karma. There is some reaction, some connection. So that reaction. In some countries, the entire country will be starving. That like Somalia, African countries, entire country will be suffering. Starvation, no food, no water, no clothes, diseases, so many things. The best example is now Corona. Why the entire world has to suffer? Entire earthly planet is being suffered now because of Corona. Why? Because karma. Right? The indiscriminate killing of innocent animals all over the world, left and right. The innocent killing of babies in the womb. abortions all over the world are the causes of this suffering. We don't see the connection, but this is all collective karma. Right? There was one example, beautiful. One day, a group of people were traveling together by walk. So all of a sudden, it's raining heavily. Thunder, storms, thunderbolts. They all went to a shed, nearby shed. So in that shed, so around the shed, it was raining so heavily, thunderbolts are dropping, and so they were frightened. Something is going to happen. It's a thunderbolt is going to fall on them. So one of the fellows said that, hey, looks like in this one of us is very fellow is supposed to die with this thunderbolt. Because we are all together, so it's not falling on us. So let us do one thing. With that, what happens? That fellow only will die. Rest will be saved. Okay, that is the logic they put. So then they said that, okay, every time one of us should go out, and there is a tree, stand in front of the under the tree for a few minutes and come back. Okay, instead of dying everybody, let's one of us die. Whoever is destined will die. So in that way, they put that condition, and one by one is going. One fellow went out under the tree, stayed for some time, and nothing will happen. He came back. Wow, I am saved. Next 1, 2, 3, everybody went and came back. Only one fellow left. So he is thinking, because these are all good people, they are all saved, I am the only one I am going to die. He was crying, he shouting, because it's proved that, right? They are all good, they did not die, no thunderbolt fell. So he was cryingly went outside and stand in front of under the tree with so much fear. All of a sudden, a big thunderbolt hit the shed, entire shed. Everybody got died. One person saved who stood under the tree. Actually, what happened? Because this fellow to be saved, this fellow is not supposed to die. The rest of the people supposed to die. That's why it's waiting. God of thunderbolt, Mr. Indra is waiting for that. So somehow he gave the intelligence, and with the intelligence worked, and the person who is saved who is supposed to be saved. So this is called like a collective karma. That is a beautiful shloka. What is that? Vatsa vindati mataram yadhadenu sahasreshu vatsa vindati mataram तथा पूर्व कर्मा रूपम कर्तारम अनुगच्छति. I think some Upanishad shloka. What is that? Yada denu sahasreshu. If there are thousands of cows, there is a head of cows, thousands of cows are there, and the calf will identify the cow, its mother. Mother will identify the baby, baby will identify the mother. They cannot miss each other. Yadadenu sahasreshu vatsa vindati mataram tada purva karma rupam kartaram anugacchati. In the same way, our karma cannot escape. We cannot escape our karma, or we cannot miss our karma. That's the whole point. Whatever we do, we have to take the reaction. There is no exception. We are not too small to escape, or we are too big to avoid. Everybody has to take their karma. Whether knowingly do it, unknowingly do it. Right? Just like we put fire. So we put finger into the fire knowingly. burns. Unknowingly, burns. A child puts, burns. A elder man puts, burns. Well, I am a small, I don't know it, fire. No, nothing doing. Similarly, karma is also so stringent. That's why it is recommended that this karma, Siddhanta karma philosophy, to be included in all the classes textbooks. In every class, we have to study this. Then what happens? Everybody will be saved. Without the lack of knowledge is giving people to go wrong, and they are suffering. Today we are all suffering. Why we are suffering? It is said that for everybody is suffering, they are the reason. And Telugu it is there. Evani kartaki, evani karmaku vade karta. Nobody, we cannot blame anybody else. Oh, because of you I am suffering. No, because of me I am suffering. Nobody is the reason for our own suffering, or our own suffering, our own enjoyment also. So in this way, the karma is, as Krishna said, Gahana Karmano Gatihi. It's very, very intricate, right? So this is the individual and collective karma. Yeah, it is said that in Christianity, mills of God grind slowly but exceedingly fine. That means what? Mills means, in the mills if you pour grains, nice fine rice will come out. If you put raw rice from top, from down, nice fine rice will be coming out. Right? Here it is said that mills, the God's mills are slow. Well, I cheated the police, I cheated the government, I cheated everybody, I am escaped. No, you cannot escape. Because God's mills are working. God is seeing, God is recording. Karmana daivanetrena jantur dehopapattaye. Bhagavatam it is saying. There is one person. Actually, for whatever the activities we do, there are 8 not, actually 10 people are witnessing. The sun is witnessing, the moon is witnessing, and what that 8 directions are witnessing, and the Paramatma is witnessing. Everybody is witnessing. We may think that, well, I cheated the police. Police could not catch me. That's fine. You can cheat the police, but you cannot cheat God. So we will take the punishment, or we will take the reward. Right? So this is mills of God grind slowly but exceedingly fine. There is no mistake. Mistakenly nobody will be awarded, nobody will be rewarded, nobody will be punished by God. Some accident happened. It's not accident. We say that it's an accident. No, there are no accidents. Everything is pre-planned. Just everything is happening according to our karma. There is no mistakes. There are no mistakes. There may be mistakes in Indian Penal Code or Indian High Court, Supreme Court. There may be mistakes. There may be wrong, what is that? Sakshas. But in Krishna's case, in God's case, it's not. Ignorance of the law is no excuse to escape reaction. Well, you may say that. Well, I didn't know so far. Now I know. If I know earlier, I would have taken care, but I didn't know all that. What can I do now? Can I escape? Sorry, we cannot escape. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ignorance means not knowing. I don't know that if I cross the red signal, I'll get a fine. I'll get fine. I don't know that. I'm sorry. Whether you know, you don't know, you have to pay the fine. Because your duty as a human being, your duty is to know the law and work according to the law, behave according to the law. That is your duty. And Prabhuji gave a nice example. It happened in my life also. In my college days, I was traveling one train, right? I bought a third class ticket and I entered into a second class bogie. I thought I am intelligent, but TT caught me and me fined me. I said I don't know the difference. But yeah, you don't know the difference, right? So next time you get into the train, you will be knowing. If I don't fine, you will be doing the same mistake again. That's why I am fining you. You should know what is third class, what is second class, what is first class, what is sleeper class, what is AC. Everything you should know. Before entering the train, you should know it is your responsibility. Ignorance is not the excuse. To come out of the ignorance, you will be punished. Similarly, God is also punishing us out of love. If a kid makes a mistake, mother slaps. Does that mean that mother is the enemy to him? No, mother is slapping out of love. Mother is not going to slap somebody else's son or daughter. Mother slaps his own son. Why? She loves him and she has to take care of him nicely, discipline him. Similarly, God is also giving punishment to us to make sure that we follow the dharma, the right thing, the righteous thing. So that is God's mercy. Right? With this point, what we are understanding, whatever the suffering we are getting, that is Krishna's mercy on us. We should not blame Krishna. We should not curse Krishna. We should not scold Krishna. Unfortunately, some people will curse the God. What will happen to God? Somebody said, if you spit on the God, where it will fall? God is on top, you are spitting on God. Where it will fall? It will fall on you. If you curse the God, you are cursing yourself. Instead of that, having the knowledge, understanding the knowledge, accepting the knowledge, following the knowledge, you will be happy, you will be peaceful. Unfortunately, this knowledge is not being given in anywhere. Not in the schools, not in the colleges, not in the universities, not in the temples, not in the family, not in the friends, not in the relatives. How are we going to get this knowledge? How we are going to escape from suffering? To escape one suffering, we are doing another karma, bad karma. To escape that suffering, you are doing another karma. It's kind of a chain reaction. This is like a vicious cycle. Right? So, ignorance is not excuse. Yeah, if everything is predestined, then why work? Yeah, in my life, everything is predestined, right? According to my past karma, I am in this, I am like this, I am doing like this. Then where is the choice to escape from me? For me? It's a very important question. Right? Actually, before that, I want to tell one small story. I told, I think, earlier also. I don't know, I forgot, but in a school, teacher called all the students and he gave him all of them chocolates, everybody one chocolate. And he told them that you have to eat this chocolate without seeing you anybody, right? You have to eat this chocolate not to seen by anybody. Hidingly you have to eat. When you are eating the chocolate, nobody look at you. So two kids came, took chocolates, and they ran in different directions, and they have to tell how they ate. Okay, one kid came and said, Teacher, I ate this chocolate under the bench. Nobody saw me. I was only there and I ate. And one fellow came. I hid under the behind the door and I ate and nobody saw me. In this way, everybody was telling their way of eating. And they made sure that nobody saw. At the end, one kid came. Chocolate in hand. Arey, what happened to you? Why didn't you eat? Teacher, wherever I go, one person is watching me all the time. I could not hide from him. Well, who is that person? That kid said, God. God is watching me wherever I go. That means this fellow is seeing God everywhere. And God is watching him everywhere, from everywhere. That's why he could not eat. He could not hide from God. Right? This is the truth. If this is taught to kids, will any kid will do any wrong? When I heard this small story, I thought if I knew this, my life would be definitely different. Because I would not have committed so many sinful activities. Isn't it? So for a sinful activity, you have to take sinful result. So this is the situation, right? So if everything is predestined, then why work? So what this question means? See, everything, whatever the good, bad I did in past life, and I am getting the results. Then I just wait, right? Why should I work? If I am supposed to eat for that day time, I will get it. Because that is coming from my past. If I am getting some suffering, I will get from that. I am some enjoyment that will come. So why should I work? I simply keep quiet, right? But the thing is, you cannot stop doing karma while in this world. You cannot, for even a moment. Bhagavad-Gita Krishna says that also. While you are living in this material world, you cannot escape from karma, either good or bad. Some at any time you have to be doing some. So far I have been talking. It's a karma. You have been hearing. That's a karma. Otherwise, why you are sitting? It's your bad karma. Otherwise, why you have to hear from Bhagavad-Gita? Isn't it? You did something bad, and that's why you are being punished sitting in front of Bhagavad-Gita. It's a karma. Isn't it? So like that karma. So whatever you do, you karma. You are thinking something, either good way or bad way, karma. You are on mute, you may be talking, that is also karma. You are doing some activities, that karma. You are breathing, you are killing germs, karma. You are drinking water, killing something. You are cooking something, killing something, karma. Is there a way you can stop karma? You cannot stop. Only one person cannot do karma. Who is that person? Do you know? The dead body. The dead body doesn't do any karma. Unless we die, unless we leave this from body, we cannot stop karma. We will be keep on doing some karma, some good, some bad. So cannot escape. So point here it is, if everything is predestined, then why work? Important thing is free will. Even though the karma is ready to be served to you, you have a choice. Suppose you are supposed to drink, then some poison bottle is there. According to karma, you got a nectar bottle and you got a poison bottle. What you will do? Choice is yours. According to your karma, two things are served to you. Right? Hot tea is served. Cold drink also served. Cool drink, hot tea. Choice is yours. Once you have taken the choice, you cannot do anything. Right? Just like we get onto the flight. Before getting onto the flight, you have to decide whether you have to go to south or north or east, west. Once getting onto the flight, you don't have any choice. Similarly, here you have done some karma and that is ready to being served. But before that, Krishna has mercifully given you a free will. Not actually is given, actually it has come. That's called inheritance. Whatever the qualities Krishna has, we also get in minute. So Krishna has free will and we also got little bit free will. Krishna has unlimited free wills, we have got limited free will. Within that limited free will, you have a choice what to do, what not to do. You are all sitting here. I am not watching you. You can do anything. You are free. That is your free will. Krishna doesn't force you. Neither Krishna nor Balagondas force you. Yes, you have to sit here. You have already signed up. You said you sent your number. No, why didn't you come? I am not going to ask you. Neither Krishna also. It's your free will. So, execution of your free will decides what is your next thing. That means what? Even though his karma is predestined, still you have free will. In that way only you can stop karma. I'll explain this. Please hear attentively. Okay? I am almost done. Okay? I'll end here. So, suppose in my past life I killed somebody. In this lifetime, that fellow come and kill me. Right? So this is like a vicious cycle, right? Again what happened? I will kill him, he will kill me, I will kill him, he will kill me. It's keep on going. How to stop this cycle? Only free will do that. Okay, I know. He has killed me in last life. Now I have as an option whether I can kill or not to kill. In that way, I can stop that karma at one point with my knowledge, with my understanding and with my free will. Here I have a free will. Either I can kill him or not to kill him. Further aggravation can be stopped. So basically the point is, many people don't understand this point. What is that? Karma and free will are very, very important topics in understanding our life and our daily activities. In the many other philosophies, they don't discuss so much deeply. What is the difference between free will and what is the difference between karma? How the karma is coming? By acting freely, the karma is generated. Right? In this life, my whatever the karma undergoing is nothing but my past life free will. In this life's free will be coming next life karma. And not only next life or next time, after this time. Right? Today, now I have free will. I can do this session or not to do this session. It's my free will. The reaction is next. So generally people will think that, oh, God is everything doing to me. Why? God doesn't have any work. He has to do only to you only. Why God is doing to me? Why God has chosen me? Why? So God is not doing anything. It's everything is our free will. Just God, what He is doing, He is facilitating our free will. He is giving free will, He is allowing you to act according to free will, He is recording the reaction of your free will, and He is giving that reaction timely. Whenever, wherever, however. Karmana Daivanetra. That is the meaning. Karmana Daivanetra. According to your free will. So, karma is nothing but your past free will. Result of your past free will. It's very, very important. If you understand this, our suffering will be reduced by at least 50%. Right? I am suffering with something. Who is the reason? I may be blaming somebody. My husband, my wife, my in-laws, my parents, my neighbors. We may be blaming everybody, entire world we may be blaming. But if you understand that this is my free will, you stop blaming. The blame game will be stopped. Because the real suffering is through blaming only. Or trying to get some relief by blaming somebody. Generally people get the relief. Because of him I am suffering. That will give some relief. But no. That will aggravate. Well, I am the reason for my suffering. That will reduce your pain, your misery. So that's why it's very, very important to understand this concept. What is that? Free will and karma. Okay. I think we are yeah, very important. Yeah, so far you have told so many things. Very good. I have done so many bad things. From today onwards, from this moment onwards, I will do only good things, so that all my bad karma will be cancel each other. I take a white paper, I remember whatever bad I did, and for that I will do something bad, good, so that the bad will be cancelled by good. Unfortunately, it's not. No good action will not cancel the bad action. For the good, you have to enjoy. For the bad, you have to suffer. Whether enjoy or suffer, for good or bad, you have to take birth. That itself is a problem. Birth means old age. Old age means disease. Disease means death. Whether it is good karma or bad karma, birth, old age, disease and death are there. You cannot escape that. So, point is, good is bad, bad is bad. Arey Bapre, what should I do now? You are making my life so miserable. I thought some good karma will relieve from bad karma, but unfortunately our life is miserable. Because for good we have to suffer, for bad also we have to suffer. There on the street, two pigs are talking. They saw stool on the roadside. That stool is dried on top, wet in the inside. The one pig is, the top part is so dry, so good. Another pig is, no, the wet part is so tasty, so wet, it will be very tasty. One is liking the dry, another is liking the wet. But the dry or wet, it is a stool. Isn't it? It is stool only. Similarly, sorry for the bad example, but it works. It works. Similarly, this karma, whether good karma or bad karma, both are binding. Binding means like taking birth. Birth means suffering. Old age, disease and death. Both are bad. Damn you do, damn you don't do. What should I do? Life is miserable. Earlier at least life was good. Ignorance is bliss. I didn't know what is happening. That's why many people don't come to philosophy. Why? If I know the philosophy, they will be telling something, I don't know what to, that is even suffering. That's why let me close my eyes. Let me close ears. Let me not go to any program. Let me not open any books, especially Bhagavad-Gita. You understand? That is a philosophy. That is a understanding people. That's why many people don't come. They simply come to the temple and they break the coconut and eat it and go. That's all done. That's called ignorance is bliss. No. Knowledge is bliss. Ignorance is suffering. Knowledge is bliss. Unfortunately, they think that ignorance is bliss. So point is, good and bad karma do not cancel each other. So then what to do? Yeah, good and bad karma both are binding. Yeah, that I explained. To escape reaction, akarma must be performed. Good is called sakarma, bad is called vikarma. There one more thing called akarma. Akarma meaning is that karma means some action. Akarma means action but no reaction. That is called akarma. You will be doing some action but there is no reaction. That is also there. This is the relief for us now. What is that? There are some actions. You cannot stop acting. As I said earlier, in whatever the situation you have to act. You cannot stop acting. Even in the dream, even in the sleep also you have to act. You have to breathe at least. While breathing, so many germs are going inside and they are getting killed. For that itself you get some bad karma. So point here it is, apart from vikarma and sakarma, there is called akarma. What is this akarma? Akarma is nothing but you do some karma, some activity, for that you will not get any reaction. That kind of activity you have to do. And fortunately, in this world also, Krishna has given us so many akarmas. With that akarma, also you can live your life peacefully, happily. It's not that we have to do either sakarma or vikarma. No. There is a third option. That is why we have to thank Krishna. Krishna, thankfully you have given this akarma. Right? So by doing that akarma, we can live peacefully without accruing any good or any bad. So life is a preparation. Death is an exam. This entire life is a preparation. Just like exams are there. Entire year you have to prepare for the exam. At the end of the year, you have to write the exam. Take the test, whether you are pass or fail. You have to see. Similarly, in this life is a preparation. Right? Preparation of what? Doing a karma. You have to prepare. Right? So that is the examination. Okay. Actually I already said that. Karma, pious activity; vikarma, sinful activity; akarma, for which one does not suffer any reaction, no enjoyment or no suffering. That is called akarma. Okay. Yeah, what is this akarma? I'll give simple example. With that simple example we can end here. Suppose one soldier is there. Soldier is fighting on the border with the enemy country soldiers. For that what the government does? Government gives a nice uniform, a bulletproof jacket, a gun, a vehicle, everything provides. And government says that go and fight. And he will be on the border, and when the fight happens, he will kill so many. As many he kills, that many medals he will get. Right? If he kills 100 people, he will get 100 medals, or a better a number one medal. Right? So if the same person, okay, you did a great job, you killed so many people, you have saved the country, so we are giving a 1 month vacation along with a medal, so much money, gift, award, and you go and enjoy for 1 month and come back. Okay, you will go home. While going, you will be carrying the gun, same gun which is given by the government. So in the village, he happens to fight with his neighbor, and he got angry and he killed the person. Okay, so what happens? Government puts him in the jail. Then he may ask, hey, what is this? There I killed 100 persons, you give me a medal, you give me a vacation, you give me an award, And here I killed only one person. And you put me jail. What is this? The first one is Akarma, because he is not doing anything for him. He is working on behalf of the government. Government has given you everything, and government has given you the rules and regulations. Whom to kill, whom not to kill, where to kill, how to kill. Everything they have guided you. You have worked according to the guidance. For that you have been awarded. But here you did not follow the rules of the government. That's why this is your own action. For that you are punished. This is vikarma, that is akarma. Even though you did the same action in a same way, but you got a different result. Isn't it? For that, actually killing is a sinful activity. Killing another person is a sinful activity. He has to be punished. But he is not going to be punished. Why? Because he is working on behalf of government. That means he will get the award, but not the punishment. So this is the difference between a sakarma, a vikarma and akarma. So in our life, we will be doing certain activities. Arjuna killed almost 1 crore of people in Kurukshetra war. Did Arjuna got to sin? That was the problem. Arjuna's first question was not to fight. Why he was not to fight? He was not interested in fighting because I am going to kill. If I kill, I will get the sin. But after hearing Bhagavad-Gita, he said, Karishye vachanam tava. Whatever you say, I am ready to do. If you want me to kill, I will kill. How many you want me to kill? That many I am ready to kill. He killed 1 crore people. Especially on the next day of Abhimanyu's death, he fought so ferociously. He killed almost 1 crore soldiers. Did he get any sin? He did not get any sin. Why? Because he was working on behalf of Krishna. Krishna said, kill, kill. Kill Drona, kill. Kill Bhishma, no problem. Kill Jayadratha, kill Karna, no problem. He did not get any sin because he was working on behalf of Krishna. That is called Akarma. Following a Bhagavad-Gita is Akarma. If you follow Bhagavad-Gita and you live your life, there is no reaction for you. No sin, no papa. No sin, no piety, no sinful. No punya, no papa. This is called Karma Siddhantam. This Bhagavad-Gita, this Karma Siddhantam should be taught in all our schools and colleges and universities and temples and everywhere. So elaborately, so vividly. This should, our karma starts from 5th year. Till 5 years there is no karma. Till 5 year, sorry, till 5th year, the kid is like an animal. Animal doesn't have any karma. Kid also doesn't have any karma. Till 5th year onwards, account builds. 5th year onwards is responsible for all his thoughts and acts and deeds and everything. So that's why Kaumaram Acharit Prajno Dharman Bhagavatani Durlabam Mansinda Dharma Tadapi Ardhadama Dhruvam. Prahlad says in Bhagavatam. 5th Kaumaram Acharit. 5 to 15 is Kaumara age. From Kaumara age, he is responsible for his own actions, especially actions. Fortunately, in Kali Yuga, there is no reaction for our thoughts. Reaction, therefore, for our words and acts only. There is no reaction for thoughts. Good thing. If Krishna gives that, we don't know where we will be. We will be in the hell forever. Rest of the eternity we will be, because our thoughts are like that. So that's why Krishna did not give especially for the bad thoughts there is no reaction. That is another benediction is given in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, for bad thoughts there is no reaction. For good thoughts there is a reaction. That means you think good, you will get good. But if you think bad, you won't get bad. But for words, if you speak bad, you will get bad reaction. If you do bad, you will get bad reaction. But for thoughts, no. In the olden ages, for thoughts also, for good thought, good result, for bad thought, bad result. Especially in the previous yugas, Dwapara, Treta, Satya yugas, that was there. But especially in Kali Yuga, for bad thoughts, because everybody is thinking very bad. If result is coming, nobody will go anywhere. Krishna mercifully stopped that. Right? So, yeah. So, that is called Akarma. Right? Oh, I ended the session. Okay. So, in this way, our karma philosophy is working out. Oh, Krishna, 7:30. Okay. I think it took enough time. I think I have covered all the points. Hopefully, yeah. So, now the conclusion part is, we have covered, 1 minute, what is happening? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Hare Krishna. So, this is our karma philosophy. Let me unmute you all, so that we can have some conversation. So, in this way, our karma philosophy is working, and this karma is not for only Hindus. This karma is for entire living entities, not only for human beings. Right? Even though the animals, other species do not follow any karma, but the Siddhanta works for everybody, all the living entities, because we are in the kingdom of God. God is the king, and this world is kingdom of God, and the karma Siddhanta is the constitution of the God. Indian Penal Code, just like Indian Penal Code is there, right? IPC. So, God's IPC is the karma Siddhanta. Well, some other religion fellow comes, oh, my religion did not teach me karma Siddhanta, I do not accept, I do not undergo, I am sorry. No, whoever you are, as long as you are, if you call it a human being, you are under the law of karma. If you think you are an animal, yes, you are escaped. If you want to escape from karma Siddhanta, you have to become an animal. That is why so many people are behaving like animals only. Right? But if you go and talk to him, you are an animal, then he will become angry. Then you are becoming angry means you are a human being. If you are a human being, you will undergo the karma. You may not be knowing it, but you cannot escape. Right? So, what Bhagavad-Gita is teaching? Actually, Bhagavad-Gita is relieving us from this problem. Is giving a license to get out of this world and live a bond-free life by following Akarma. That Akarma is nothing but Bhakti, Bhakti Yoga, Bhagavad-Gita. Bhagavad-Gita is nothing but Akarma, Bhagavad-Gita is nothing but Bhakti. Bhagavad-Gita is nothing but Sanatana Dharma. What is Sanatana Dharma? Is Akarma. Follow the Akarma. Following the Akarma, you can live in this world as long as you want. There is no disturbance. Right? In this, if you want to live in this country peacefully, follow the government rules, regulations. You can live peacefully, nobody can disturb you. But if you do not follow the IPC, you will be put inside the bars. This is also like that. Okay. So, what is Akarma? We will be elaborating in next session. how we can adopt akarma in our life, how easy it is, how difficult it is. All those things we will be discussing in the next session. With that, so greatness of akarma is another thing. The greatness of akarma is it will nullify the previous bad karma, and it also nullifies the previous good karma, because both are binding, right? Akarma is binding, sakarma is binding you. So this akarma is doing cutting both sides, this way and that way, so that your account is clean and you don't have to come back, right? You are building a new account where that account removes the left and right, and it is taking you to straight to Vaikuntha. This is akarma. That is nothing but Bhagavad-Gita. I am not telling somewhere else. I am not bringing from my somewhere else. I am just giving Bhagavad-Gita. Okay? Hare Krishna. I will stop here. Questions, comments? You are unmuted. Did you understand anything? Did I confuse you anywhere? I want you to speak. Hare Krishna. Did you understand anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Kamal here.
Hare Krishna, Kamalji, boliye, please tell me.
I was looking here where you says that whatever we have is a previous karma. This means next time also we will become a human, or so it is granted, or
Yes, if you do akarma, your next life will be human being. With this akarma, you can get out of. Okay, you can get out of this cycle of birth and death, and you go back to Vaikuntha. But if you have not done enough akarma, where that akarma is not enough to remove your good and bad, then you will be guaranteed to take next human life and continue your akarma and remove all your good and bad, clean yourself, and you will go back. Why I am saying go back? Because we came from there. That's why I say back. Otherwise I would have said go front. I am not saying go front, go back, because we came from there.
but what is the concept that then 84 yonis, where is being told that the human has
84. According to, because the three modes are there, right? Sattva, Raja, Tamo. Three gunas are there. Okay, if you combine these three gunas, 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 9, 81, 81 into 81, in this way if you connect, that will reach a number 84 lakhs.
Okay.
Each and every species that will combine a combination of these three, some portion, different permutation and combinations. Suppose a human body, it's a some proportion of three similarly a cow, combination of three gunas, a horse, combination of, in this way there are 84 lakhs of different types of bodies are there, right? That's why I give Delaja Navalakshan. There are 9 lakhs types of bodies in water. 9 lakhs types, 9 lakh, not number. In each type there are millions, billions, trillions of bodies are there, jivas are there, but the type is 9 lakh different types. Similarly, human beings are 4 lakh types. We know only one or two, we say male and female or African American, not that types. Depending on consciousness, depending on the composition of these three modes, there are 4 lakhs different types of human beings there.
Okay.
In each type, there are so many people. In each type, actually there are, according to our calculation, there in India 130 crores. But there are 4 lakhs types only, right? Only 4 lakh people. No, in each type, there are millions of people, billions of people, like that. So according to consciousness, it is divided. So according to our requirement, the consciousness is provided by God. So we take that body. We take that to, maybe could be human body or could be animal body, whatever the body, depending on our requirement. It's all our requirement only. There are some jivas, they want to enjoy like a fish. Okay, he will be given fish. How this is knowing? How this is decided? Because our activities in this life are pointing us to that. Some people are behaving like, no, somebody said, Prabhupada said that if you are a pilot, next time you will become a bird, because you want to fly like a bird. So why you want to restrict it in a metal capsule? You better fly like a eagle. Because what is this? Our actions, our activities and our desires are making our next body. We are conveying a message to God what you need in your next life. Like that. That we are going to discuss in the next session, actually. Is that making sense?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Anything? Any confusion? Because I expect a lot of questions in this.
Guruji, this is Shivkumar here. Thank you very much for the so much insightful session. Just when you are answering just now, humans have a karma account or something like that.
Right.
And then you just now also said human also can become bird or some animal. Then karma may not be there or something. Then how will be back to humans in after one couple of life or something like that?
Okay. So let me understand your question. So what I said is, animals don't have karma. That means they are already undergoing their karma. Right? So they cannot build their next result. Suppose I give. So tiger is there. Tiger is to kill and eat animals. Right? Even the tiger, how much ever it is angry, it won't eat grass. It has to kill an animal and it has to eat. And for that, does it get any developing, any building any karma, bad karma? No.
No.
It's passing its karma. Becoming a tiger itself is its karma, and it's passing, it's finishing its karma, and then it goes to next level. But for a human being, for that there is no choice. For a human being, there is a choice. One Prabhuji nicely said, a cat lives like a cat. A dog lives like a dog. But a human being has a choice. He can live like a cat, can live like a dog, he can live like a hog, or he can live like a man or human being. Choice is there, because you have been given intelligence, you have been given knowledge, and you have been given free will. Using all this, you can choose. When there is a option, choose, then you are responsible for our actions. So similarly, so if one becomes a bird next life with his actions in this life, he will become bird next life, then he has to enter into the cycle. Jalaja, Navalakshani, Stavara, Lakshami, Krama, Yorudra. There is a order actually, I forgot to tell. First to cycle, the cycle of evolution cycle is there. First to become fish, next to become tree, next to become reptile, next to become bird, next to become animal, next to become human. This is the cycle.
Okay.
Yeah, in this way, one person, but whatever the action he did, or whatever his desires are, he might have become a bird, right? Then what is next to? He has to become an animal. From animal, then he has to come to the human being. Human being is like a junction where four chaurasta is there. South, now this. In this chaurasta, you have to decide. You want to go east, west, north, south, or you want to go up. Up is Vaikunta, your original place. Go back. Or no, I want to be here only. Okay, when you want to be here, you want to go east, west, north, south. Which one? You want to become fish, you want to become tree, you are going to become an animal, you want to become a human being. What do you want? Again choice. Choice is being, always choice is there for a human being. So he will choose. How he is choosing? By his thoughts, his deeds, his words, he is choosing his next junction, next destination.
So does it mean human only one life he will born, or multiple human lives?
Multiple times, because depending on your actions. If you are doing akarma, yes, you have been given another option, another option, another option. Keep on giving. As long as till you finish your bad and good account completely, and then you are completely purified, clean enough to go back. Suppose I am in the jail. So in the jail, what they do? Did I transform myself? Or my sinful tendencies are still there? They will decide, they will see, they will observe. Well, within 1 year, even though I was sentenced to life, but within 1 year I behave so nicely, then Prime Minister awards, okay, you can go out. Now you are transformed. You are reformed. Similarly, this is like a jail. We are here. We are in this jail, we are getting reformed. Life after life, day after day, life after life, we are getting reformed. How we are getting reformed? Undergoing the Shastras, undergoing, hearing from the Gurus, Sadhus. So we are getting transformed. Like that. Okay, I am in the good, but there is no enough transformation. Then I will be given next chance. I will become a human being. I will take a birth in a good family where there is a more option to transformation, and I will be given enough opportunities to purify myself.
We have a question.
Yeah.
Either here. So I had a colleague who was like saying Darwin's theory of evolution, right? From fish to bird to monkey and then human being. So he said like Indians already knew about this. It's already there in our deities also, right? Meena Sharira and all that.
Right. Yeah.
So we already knew about this. Darwin's theory approved in Bhagavad-Gita.
Darwin's theory approved, not exactly. See, I tell you what, I just told in the session also, Darwin stole theory from Sanatana Dharma, Vedic literature, but he did not understand properly. He did not understand properly. You know, he did not get the essence. Yes, evolution is happening. Evolution, how the evolution is happening? What is, before human life, we were in monkeys. We were all monkeys. Now they themselves are saying, so where is the missing link? Why is the missing link? So some monkeys are still on the branches and some monkeys are on the benches. Isn't it? So why some are on benches, some are, so where is the middle? That means monkeys are monkeys. In Krishna's creation, 84 lakhs species are there, already created for a purpose. And human beings are also there. So in that way, it may be, analytically, yes, first is fish is there, after that, what is that? Meena, then Kurma, then Varaha, then Narasimha. It may be there, but we know the purpose very well. That's like, I cannot say accidental, I cannot say. For him, he understood like that, but he cannot club with the evolution theory. Why? Because the purpose of Meena, Matsya Avatar, we know very well. Bhagavan Matsya Avatar, he has done certain things which can be done through Matsya Avatar. That doesn't mean that, okay, Matsya become Kurma, Kurma became Vara. No, you cannot connect that. It made some sense for him. That is not in absolute way. That much only we can say.
Yeah. So if I want to add, you also said that we can become birds. So it means there is not only theory of evolution, that then we can also say we have theory of devolution also. We can go back.
Exactly. Wonderful. Nicely said. Yeah. It's not only evolution, devolution also there. Yeah. You're right. From human being to, you can go anywhere. You can jump anywhere. It doesn't have to be start with fish and end with animal. No, you can jump anywhere. Actually, in our Bhagavatam, it is there. The story of Nalagriva, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, they became trees. They were cursed to become trees. After that, again they became human beings. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same cycle. In the cycle, we can enter anywhere and you can exit anywhere. Right? So tree is there. If the tree is giving fruits, the next tree by which it has become reptile, from reptile to bird, from bird to animal, animal to human being. But the tree is giving fruits, flowers, leaves. Those trees, fruits and flowers are offered to God. Some service is given, the tree gets a life directly to go to Vaikuntha. It doesn't have to go through evolution. It can escape from the entire evolution cycle. So that is the that is the greatness of Krishna, that is the greatness of Sanatana Dharma. It's not Christianity. Christianity said you did this, you go forever hell. No, it's not like that. Krishna has given all options for us. Yes, Prabhu. Does that make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji, because I remember some examples where some acharyas, he throws prasadam at some fishes and the fishes go directly.
See, otherwise what happens? The fish has to take so much time to take human birth and then purify his life. But the fishes are directly going to Vaikuntha, developing 4 hands. Yeah, that is the example. Yeah, wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So you are there. Okay, anything?
Yeah.
Manish ji?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Yeah, boliye Manish
I
ji.
think only soul transfer. So I was thinking why we even think of evolution or devolution. We just see that all these yonis are already exist and soul transfers into those yonis.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the whole idea. So body is there, soul transfers to each and different bodies. That's all. Yeah. So bodies are like apartment, Prabhu. A class apartment, B class apartment, C class apartment. According to your payment capacity, you will select which apartment. That's all.
Yes, Prabhuji. Because like even Darwin, I saw some film. I think they're trying to prove it like
They're trying to patch it. Oh,
yes.
your Sanatan Dharma is our evolution theory. Both are same. No, that is nonsense.
Yes,
He
I
doesn't know
think
what it.
they're trying to prove it like how things are
Yeah.
evolving or like because of nature and other thing they transforming kind of a thing genetically, not
Yes, Prabhu.
exactly like this.
Yeah, not exactly, definitely not exactly. Some similarities, that evolution is there. Yes, that much I can say. Evolution is happening. Evolution has to happen. But the way he explained, here in Sanatana Dharma, completely different. Completely different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Uh,
Shivakumar.
from Vijay Kumar Shivaji.
Oh, Vijay ji, yeah, boliye.
Prabhuji, thanks for the session. So I just have a simple question. So we have there are things happened in the past where God sent Pushpaka Vimanam to the
So many people.
yeah.
Yes.
So with with their human body and they went to Vaikuntha with
Yeah,
Pushpaka
exactly.
Vimana.
Yes.
So
How that is possible? How that can be
yeah,
understood? Is that right?
yeah.
Yes, bro. Yeah. See, when that's called is God. Otherwise, we cannot call it as God. So when especially Tukaram Maharaj, he went to Vaikuntha with self same body, and Dhruva, he went to Vaikuntha with self same body, and there are so many. Dhruva's mother also went to Vaikuntha self same body. Yes, so that is possible, but that is not possible for everybody. That is Krishna's award, that Krishna's benediction. So with that, what happens? That material body transforms into spiritual body. Nothing. That's all. Nothing else. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big thing. We cannot worry about it, how that happens. What Krishna wants. What is impossible? Right? What is impossible? Nothing is impossible for Krishna. Krishna allowed. So Arjuna went to Swargaloka with self same body. Right? Arjuna to get self same body. Arjuna was not there. It's not that Arjuna body was lying for a year here and Arjuna's soul went to Swargaloka and did everything and come back. No. So with his self same body, he went to Swarga. Like that, he can go to Vaikuntha also. Actually, yesterday somebody was asking the same thing. How that happened? Yeah, why not? When Krishna wants, it can happen. That's Krishna's mercy, benediction on that soul. That's why it happened.
Prabhuji, those actually Ramdas are these people. Some. Okay, I also heard Dhobi lady with pure love to the God. Also, she went to Vaikunta.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So they didn't read Bhagavad-Gita and all, but by ignorance and with the pure love to the God also, whatever
exactly.
you said, they are doing these things, and then God. Because what I'm just interpreting. Just correct me if I'm wrong, Guru, Prabhuji.
Yes.
So, because people with knowledge and doing bad things is more sin than ignorance doing the things is less sin. Because I'm just saying, even things you are doing bad things is not correct, right? So
Yeah, it's more sin. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It is there. It is said actually. Somebody who doesn't have knowledge and is sinful activities, Krishna may forgive, accept. But person who is doing wrong things with knowledge is more dangerous and more sinful. Krishna will not tolerate. But one thing, only one thing here, the exception here is, even though we know good and bad, but we don't have strength to follow good and we don't have strength to stop the bad. That is there. Especially in India, especially Hindus, most of the Hindus, they know what is good, what is bad, because it is there in their blood, it is there in the dynasty, genealogy, it is there. So you don't have to tell, but still they do. Why? Because of perpetual staying in this material world, they lose the strength to follow the good, accept the good. So that's why the akarma is the one which removes your bad, which removes your so-called material good, and it gives strength to develop love for God and to develop strength to stop bad and do good. All those things, wonderful things are happening with this akarma. Akarma is nothing but bhakti. That's Bhagavad-Gita. Yes, Prabhu.
thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes. Very nice. Okay. Inka.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Who is this?
Yeah, this is Vivek Prabhuji.
Oh, Vivek Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. When you said, right, that individual is responsible for our own deeds, right? Whatever the reaction we are getting. I could recall one of the chopai in Ramcharitmanas, right? Tulsidas has written the same, right? Kahuna ko sukuduk data nirjikrit karama bhog sabr bharata. So we are responsible for our own deeds, right? So I'm just wanted to mention that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so he also mentioned the same thing actually, right? Nobody is responsible for our own reaction. So we have done something in past life. Right now we are basically we are taking that.
Exactly, Prabhu. Yeah. See, as you said, for bad things we can blame somebody. For good things, can we give reward to anybody? Oh, because you did and I am enjoying. Can we say that? No. I did good. I am enjoying. For here we have that understanding. For when bad comes, we blame others. We try to give it to others. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Prabhuji, you also mentioned, right, when defining, right, how human life is different from animal life, right? We used, right, choice is there.
Choice.
So I think choice and free will is same, right? Free will is
exactly.
differentiating human life is with animal life.
Exactly, bro. Wonderful.
Okay,
yes. Okay. Choice is nothing but free will. Yes.
Free will. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
Namaskaram, Prabhuji.
Amma, namaskaram. Evaru?
This is Grishma here.
Amma, tell me, Krishna.
This was a very good session, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
My question is, in Kurukshetra, Arjuna killed 1 crore people, you told. See, in 1 crore people, being in Kaurava side, all had bad karmas. They might have been good karma people who was just by choice they had to be with Kauravas. And killing, all those people, Arjuna will become a karma person, right? I mean, killing a good karma people. And was it the only way that, Krishna would have done this Mahabharata, because he could have chosen not killing so many people also, because he was a god. He could have chosen a different way where others would have saved.
Very good, Amma. Yeah, good question. Good, very intelligent, interesting question. So, actually, Krishna wanted to give entrance to Vaikuntha for all the soldiers who fought in the Kurukshetra war. Everybody. Even though Arjuna killed 1 crore, where they all go, where they all went to Vaikuntha, because it is Krishna's desire and it's Krishna's plan and it's Krishna's presence in the field, battlefield. Because of Krishna's presence in the battlefield, whoever killed whom, they all went to Vaikuntha. Then why did Krishna chose like this? You could have simply given the entrance to Vaikuntha, But Krishna had a plan. Krishna wanted to convey a message to the coming world, coming generations. If you don't follow the dharma, you will be taken out in a different way. That's what Krishna wanted to convey, and he conveyed. That message is conveyed. But at the same time, they were given liberation. All of them. Right? Is that making sense? It's connecting? What you asked?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So that's why, that's why whatever Krishna did, whatever Krishna said is for the betterment or benevolence of all the living entities. Whatever he said. So he is a kind father. How come he harms somebody? As I said in the session, mother slaps a baby. Why? It's out of love. Out of love only. There is no vengeance. Yes, Krishna was angry with all their misdeeds, but at the same time, he was, he was taking care of them nicely, in a different way. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Anything else?
Prabhuji, Kamal again here.
Yeah, Kamal.
This is again, sometimes it keeps on coming in my mind, and I'm not able to get the answer for this question.
Yep.
As it is mentioned that Krishna killed, Arjuna killed 1 crore people, and then we have initially very less number of people. Now the world population is around 7 billion.
I know.
So toll is transferring from one to another. So how this is been explained, this much increase? And that is true when there is, as you mentioned also, there is a lot of embryos being killed. So how this this Atma is transferred, and where it is coming from, these increasing, is there any balance kind of?
Good question, bro. It's a very popular question. It's a very popular question. Everybody gets that doubt. Yes. Actually, the souls are constant. The souls, when Krishna expanded, is unlimitedly. We may not be knowing the number of souls. In the entire creation, how many souls are there? Nobody knows except Krishna. Because he is the one who expanded. He has a number. So what is happening here? The souls are changing the bodies. As you said, I wonder always, if I go into the forest or if I just walk on the road, on the both sides of the road, so much grass is there. Each grass plant is a soul. Each tree in the forest is a soul. I visited my village. In front of my house, there are so many trees. That tree is standing since my grandfather's time. Same soul. My grandfather, great grandfather left to grandfather left to father left to. Still that tree is there. That means the same soul in the same body for so long. In California, in the forest, there are sequoia trees. Some of the sequoia trees are 5,000 year old, more than 5,000 year old, according to scientific calculation. That means same soul is living in the same tree body for last 5,000 years. So the point I am making here is the souls are constant. They are changing the bodies. So now this many people are killed, in these different ways. This many animals are killed. This many soldiers are killed. This many babies are killed. So many killings happening. But what is this killing? Nothing but Bhagavad-Gita principle. Killing is nothing but changing, separating the body. Body is separated from the soul. Soul is separated from the body. Soul is entering another body. A plant is becoming, another animal. That animal is becoming a human being. Human being becoming a fish. Fish is becoming tree. These exchanges are happening. They are entering into one body to another body. But the souls are same. Sometimes the souls will be increasing. That means lot of people are lot of souls are getting the bodies of human beings. That time you think that population is increased. Sometimes what happens, population is going down, the people are become very sinful. Many people will enter into other bodies other than human bodies. Like they enter into fish bodies, tree bodies, animal bodies, birds bodies. Then you think that human population is going down. You have to count the population as souls, not the bodies. Sometimes body may increase, sometimes body may less. Sometimes nowadays, there are some species are extinct, dinosaurs. So what happened? Because that bodies doesn't exist anymore, but the souls are there. Are you getting it?
Yeah, this means the conclusion is souls are constant.
Souls are constant. Souls are fixed number. Exactly. Fixed number. Yeah, that cannot be changed. Yes. Okay, good question, Prabhu. Yeah.
Thank you,
Prabhuji, there may be multiple other universes, right?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that is also there. Yeah, good point. Yeah. See, we are talking about only earthly planet. In this universe, we are talking about only earthly planet. In this universe itself, there are 14 planetary systems. In each planetary system, there are so many planets. In each planet, there are so many living entities are there. In just like this universe, there are billions of trillions of universes. Forget about the planets, forget about the living entities. I am talking about the universes which are in billions in number. How many people are there? Yeah, in the moon planet people are there, in sun planet people are there. Living entities. Living entity can live anywhere. In the hot sun, cold, anywhere the living entity, the soul can live, because soul can live anywhere. It needs a suitable body, that's all. Because so nothing happened to soul.
So the souls can come from heavenly planet.
Exactly, heavenly planet, from Brahmanda to Brahmanda. What to speak of it? This is inter universe we are talking. This is next to external universes also people will come. Brahmanda Bhramite Kon Bhagyavanju. There is a nice sloka in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Brahmanda Bhramite Kon. In each and every Brahmanda means a universe, we are traveling to corner, means corner to corner we are traveling. From Brahmanda to Brahmanda, planet to planet, country to country. We have been traveling. But ultimately, in the entire creation, the souls are constant. Only, just traveling, changing bodies, that's all. Make sense?
Prabhuji,
make sense?
Yeah, Prabhuji, if you could cover this planetary system, right, that would be very helpful.
Oh yes, definitely, bro. Yeah, will do.
Okay.
I have that,
Talking about embryos, so I don't understand the concept where they say that the soul enters the womb or the baby's body at 7 months. I can't understand how can it be.
That's wrong. Absolutely, especially according to Bhagavatam, no. The baby, the soul enters at the time of conception. That's all. That's there is no argument at all. If you open Bhagavatam, we are going to read that 3rd canto Srimad Bhagavatam, 30th chapter. It's clearly mentioned. Yeah.
No.
So people, Prabhuji, to support their illegal activities, they say that. Of course, the baby activity may not be visible, or the soul's activity will not be visible. Just like Prabhupada gives example. So we have got different desires, right? A 1-month baby cannot desire to eat a chocolate. A 2-year-old baby will try to eat chocolate because the bodily abilities are developed, right? Till you get a teenage, you cannot develop a sex desire. Well, same baby, why can't it desire sex desire? No, it has to, even the same soul. That's a bodily ability, bodily enablement, that's all. But the soul is there, same soul. At the time of conception only, it enters the womb of the mother.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Even premature baby, 6.5 months, 7-month-old survives.
Yeah.
It's that time you cannot tell that there no souls are there.
Prabhuji, see what their observation is physical observation, right? They have to observe with their instruments. They have to observe with their eyes. Both are made up of their faulty eyes. So how can they perceive the soul? So they are perceiving according to through their instruments, right? Our instruments are eyes, or you do some scanning, this, that, but they are all made up with our faulty eyes. So faulty eyes can make a faulty instrument. So what is the faulty instrument can perceive the soul? So what is the size of the soul? 1/10,000 tip of the hair. We have studied it in our second session. 1/10,000 tip of the hair. Can any instrument catch it? See it? They cannot. Unless the soul exhibits its function, they cannot perceive it. So that's why it's ruled out. Yes, bro. Hare Krishna.
Maybe probably this soul is, I mean, when it conception start and then it grows. So itself, it is evident that.
Good question, bro. Exactly. If there is not soul, the embryo will develop, will grow, will not grow, will not grow. No. Because the soul is enabling the embryo to grow day by day. Have you seen a dead body grows? Feed the food, okay? Nice food, protein food. See the dead body grows. Why? Why not? Because the soul is enabling. Soul is giving all the facilities. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Okay. Very nice discussion. Anything else? Okay. It's 8:12. Okay. If there are no more questions, comments, we'll end it here. And we will continue the session next week also. Hopefully next to 23, right? January 30th is still there. Maybe in February, we'll see. I'm just talking about the physical association. We'll see. But till that happens, we have to continue this so that we can be, in continuation of our study. Otherwise, we'll forget. Already 2 weeks a gap came. So it's very tough to, because I wanted to finish this as soon as possible so that the knowledge will be intact and connected. Otherwise, it will be difficult for me to synthesize everything. Right? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, physical class was very high.
Yes, Prabhu, that cannot replace. Nothing will replace it, Prabhu. Nothing will replace it, I know.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
Kamal.
Prabhuji. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, who is this?
I am Srinivas Rao.
Srinivas, bro. Tell me, bro.
Guruji, this unknowingly we are doing some sinful activities.
Okay.
Cutting trees or eating vegetables, and maybe under our foot many creatures may be dying.
Yeah.
How to escape these sinful activities?
See, that's what it is. That's what it is. So I said, as a elementary, what I said, Akarma is the one which can stop, which will stop all your Akarma, all your Vikarma and Sakarma. Both it will stop, and it will help you to not to affected by those activities. That's why Bhagavad-Gita. Why Krishna gave Bhagavad-Gita? Bhagavad-Gita is nothing but Akarma. What Bhagavad-Gita enabling us? It's not allowing us to catch anymore and escape from previous ones. That's why Krishna said, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami masuchaha. That is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. What he said? Aham, me, tvam, you, sarva, all, papebhya, from all sins. Mokshayishyami, I will deliver you. Don't worry. Whether you have done so many, whether I am going to do so many, forget about it. Don't worry. I am there to help you. For that, what you have to do? Sarvadharam. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. He said that me only. Mam ekam, me only. He did not say him, and me also. No, me only. You have to interpret Bhagavad Gita as it is. Aham sarvadharman parityaja, remove, reject all the other dharmas. So many dharmas are there. This dharma, that dharma, so many dharmas are filled with so many dharmas. Sarvadharman parityaja. So what is your dharma? Surrendering to me is your dharma. And I came to establish that dharma only. In the middle he said that in the dharma samsthapanardhaya sambhavami yuge yuge. What is this dharma samsthapanardhaya? That dharma samsthapanardhaya is nothing but surrender to me. Me means Krishna. So we have to surrender to Krishna and we have to follow Bhagavad Gita, whatever he said. For that, what he does? He will remove us from all these entanglements, all the sins. And he said, Ma Shuchaha is giving the assurance also, don't worry. I assure you. That is Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Prabhu. Bhagavad Gita is so wonderful.
Why this Akarma knowledge is not given to us in this Kali Yuga, sir?
Prabhuji, Bhagavad Gita is there from the beginning of Kali Yuga, end of Dwapara Yuga. Even though this Bhagavad Gita we have, especially Indians, Hindus, we have, how many of us bothered to buy it or open it and read it and try to understand it? We never bothered. Whoever has tried to read or preach, they misunderstood and they mispreached. Still today, till this moment, people are giving this knowledge in a wrong way. Even if you open YouTube, so many people are giving pravachanas on Bhagavad Gita. Are they talking about Akarma?
No.
Bhagavad Gita 4:17. You open your Bhagavad Gita, go to 4:17 shloka. 4th chapter 17 shloka. Krishna is talking about this Akarma. We can read with our little English, with our little local language, we can understand Bhagavad Gita, especially Bhagavad Gita as it is. Only one Bhagavad Gita, that is Bhagavad Gita as it is, which is translated by Srila Prabhupada, is clearly mentioning here. Without much Sanskrit knowledge, we can understand. But unfortunately, our Hindus, especially other countries, other religions are reading Bhagavad Gita. So analytically they are reading. But unfortunately, the so-called Hindus are not bothered to open Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavad Gita. That is our misfortune.
Yeah, Prabhuji, that is what I was wondering. We have this much of gold with us.
Only through you only I heard in all my life.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I heard from Srila Prabhupada. I understood. Yes, I am trying my level best to give to as many people as possible. Even they are falling at their feet also, I am dragging them. Please come, please hear. This gold is with us. We are neglecting this gold. This gold is recognized by foreigners. They are understanding, they are accepting, they are following it, they are preaching it, they are giving it to us. But our so-called Hindus are not bothered. That is the misfortune of India. That's why
Spread this message, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, this is your responsibility and your man. I am not teaching this to just to understand yourself. No. Whatever you understood, you have to spread this. Just like what I am trying to do, you also have to do. Please. This is my request at your feet. We all have to do. Whoever is on the call, now 12 people are there. We all have to do. It's easy, Bhagavad Gita. It's not that difficult, I am telling you. It's not that difficult. It's so simple, Bhagavad Gita. Krishna made it. Why Krishna made it? Why Krishna makes it so difficult? No. His job is, his motive is to make it easy and understand, accept and follow it. That is his goal, that he did it. But unfortunately, we ourselves are complicating it. Yes.
I recently, like, I'm in US, right, Prabhu? So
Uh,
every
uh,
time I travel in Uber, like 15-20 minutes,
yeah.
let's say for always the discussion goes philosophical. So
Ah,
I talk about India and it goes how the Indian philosophy is and how comparison with Christianity. And they understand it very well. It's a very good opportunity to carry a Bhagavad Gita and give it into their hand.
yeah.
It's always a good idea to, if we
Carry,
understand,
yeah.
realize it and keep a book always with you and give it some book, at least if not Bhagavad Gita, related book with Bhagavad Gita with that understanding.
Are Prabhuji, I tell you one thing, very surprising, right? See, if you see other religions, they strictly follow their scripture, try to at least, they carry. Then I never see how many of our Hindus are carrying Bhagavad Gita. Even if they are going to the temple, I tell you one interesting thing, surprising thing. In nearby Ramalan temple in BHL, I gave freely. I distributed Bhagavad Gita. Please take this Bhagavad Gita. And first day, everybody took Bhagavad Gita. Some people took 2 Bhagavad Gitas because I am giving it free. But I told them, whenever you are coming to my class, you have to carry your Bhagavad Gita. Surprisingly, nobody carries Bhagavad Gita. What can be a sad thing than this? How Sanatan Dharma will survive?
Yeah.
Who will save this? Who will save this situation? Is it it's for whose benefit? If you know Bhagavad, you will be happy. Right? If I know Bhagavad, I will be happy. It's not for somebody. But people are thinking that no, if I carry Bhagavad, there's somebody else. Then who can save? So that's a very sad state. The Hinduism is a very sad state. I cannot say Hinduism, but Sanatana Dharma is so sad state. It's all our responsibility, bro. Yes, bro.
So in the US, I think this most of the hotels or motels owned by Gujaratis.
Yeah.
And they keep Bhagavad Gita in
Bhagavad
the
Gita.
drawers.
Yes. Yeah.
If
They
you
took
go
it.
in hotel, if you pull the drawers, I think with other magazines, you will get
Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. Now they
But I think
meditate.
in India, I think you will not find that.
Even temples doesn't have Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu. What to speak of? We are talking about hotels. If you go to so many Hindu temples, we are giving free. Please keep Bhagavad Gita. Please talk Bhagavad Gita. Which temple is talking Bhagavad Gita? Simply they are doing archana, breaking coconuts, and they are sending. How long this will go? One day they will leave.
I think in our country, I think looks like most of we got some kind of inhibition or afraid to. I think maybe that times are changing.
Prabhuji, whether is afraid is not there afraid, there is no inhibition. This is simply negligence. We are only interested in this. As long as this is coming, I am fine.
Yes.
Nothing else.
So, Prabhuji, I have one
भाई मुझे तो लग रहा था आज क्लास नहीं होगी तो we will busy in catching flies.
I think one of the reason is the secularism, right? So-called secularism.
Are Prabhuji, I tell you what, secularism is there, okay? Secularism is there not in the temple, right? Secularism is outside the temple. So what happened to the temple? Why temples are not preaching? Why temple pujas are not reading Bhagavad Gita? They are simply busy in distributing, prasadam. Why? Which temple? I am telling, other than ISKCON temples, which temple is talking about Bhagavad Gita? In which time? I am ready to go there and hear. Show me one temple. Around my house there are 10 temples. No temple is talking about Bhagavad Gita.
No, even Prabhuji, no temple are having books or something.
Books also. We have, Prabhuji, we have given freely distributed Bhagavatam sets, Bhagavad Gita sets. Please keep. We provided book racks with Bhagavatam set. Nobody, it's locked. Nobody opens. Nobody has time. They are so busy.
Yeah.
Then how long this will continue? People will go to other religions. Why we are not preaching? They are preaching.
Yes. And even I think our most of the pujaris, I think I'm not sure they read Bhagavad Gita.
No, Prabhu. I know. No.
The problem is, Prabhuji, everybody's
I think
thinking
I
Mahabharata in a
Grish. Amma Grishma, tell me, you are talking?
Yes, Prabhuji, everybody is thinking, seeing Mahabharata in the television, that episodes of, they're thinking they know Bhagavad Gita, but it's way more difficult to understand.
Yeah, Amar, your voice is garbled. You said that everybody is thinking?
They know Bhagavad Gita well because they're seeing in the television.
Yeah.
Repeating also, they're thinking they know it well, but it's
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's people are thinking like that. As we know everything, so no need to teach. Yeah. Unfortunately,
I have
that's
one
happening.
suggestion.
Yeah.
This why don't we introduce Bhagavad-Gita as one subject in the schools?
Prabhuji, wherever I do this session, whoever heard this session, they says that. Why can't we introduce this subject? Yes, today Stanford is there, MIT is introducing, they are taking as a subject in their what do you call in this studies, Oriental studies, they are doing this. But India is not doing. India is secular, right? We are secular. With secular.
That is the big
Guruji, it is
problem.
in
So we have a
schools.
gold, we are not
Schools we
using
have
it.
to introduce.
Yeah.
Yes, Rao. Yeah, yeah. And one more thing I tell you. I recently visited one school, right? I freely distributed Bhagavad Gita to the kids. I'm ready to go every week and teach. But you know what they say? We have to syllabus our own syllabus. Till that time, we don't give you access. So what can I say? And people are thinking that we need food only. If they study their subject mathematics, physics, chemistry, they get marks, they get certificate, they get jobs. So they can live a happy life. But if you give Bhagavad Gita, what is coming?
No, in government should introduce in all schools, Guruji.
Yeah, they can do. They can do.
Yeah.
See, I tell you, I tell one more thing. See, there is one Hindu school nearby. Right? They can teach Bhagavad Gita as a subject. They are not doing. Forget about missionary schools, forget about government schools, because there are so many secular this that comes. But what happened to the private school, which is completely a Hindu school? Why can't they teach Bhagavad Gita? They don't also teach. They call it Hindu school. Then what are you doing? You are doing the same thing, mathematics, physics, chemistry, slaughtering the kids. Just slaughtering the kids, nothing else.
Prabhuji, it's all
No,
about ignorance, right?
Ignorance. It's all about ignorance.
They do not know. Yeah, that's
Prabhuji, it's all about food, Prabhu. I tell you what, it's all about food. They need food. That's all. Nothing else. Food is there, cloth is there, shed is there. Okay, very good. That's all. India is advanced country. Why? Because we are generating so much food. That's all.
No, probably, but I think in this case, what happens? Looks to me, parents need to first read it, and they need to come to the level. Because now school do something what parents desires, like teaching them and making more marks or putting them in engineering and other exams.
Yeah.
If the parents also will start demanding, we wanted some kind of a spiritual education or like a where.
Yes, Prabhu. See that this is the whole effort, right? So if we are educated like this, like ourselves, so one day we'll go to school. Say, why don't you introduce Bhagavad Gita? We'll demand.
Yes.
Wherever this Bhagavad Gita is introduced, we will join in that schools only. Then what happens? All school will introduce.
Yes.
At least one school should come up. We are teaching Bhagavad Gita on our school. Please come. If you got so many kids, parents go there. Wow, wonderful school. Let them join there. Then all others will automatically they'll come up. We have to create the demand. It has to start somewhere. Like all of us.
Well, we can get together and make somewhere a display somewhere. Go streets, just tell that like people do the candle march and these other things. We can also do that.
We can do that, bro. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yes.
All parents can get together and just at least with small group, then it will become bigger and bigger, and ultimately it will lead to the inclusion of these syllabus in the.
Yes, Prabhu. Good idea. Prabhuji, as I said today just now we can't finish the karma session, right? If this karma session topic is included in the any school, all the schools, we don't need the police. We don't need the police. We don't need the courts. We don't need the police stations. At least 50% will be reduced.
Yeah.
Why? Kids, if you give that knowledge, they will get it. They'll follow it.
True.
That has to happen from the elementary. The elementary schools enough. You don't have to introduce after 10th class. At least still 7th class, this elementary education should be given. That will take care 50, 60, 70% of the problems of the world. But they don't do. Right? Yes, bro.
Prabhuji, I have one doubt on the core topic, right? Maybe we can take it in the next session. I don't know.
No problem. Go ahead. It's connected, right?
So when we say when soul leaves a body, right, the matter.
Yeah.
So we also talked about the subtle body you mentioned, right?
Subtle
This
body.
mind, intelligence, and ego, right? Ahankar.
Mm.
So, Prabhuji, what happens to that? Whether that also transmigrated to different bodies
Yes.
along with soul? Yeah, maybe.
Exactly, bro. So we have got gross body, which is made up of 5 elements.
Mm.
Under that, there is a subtle body, made up of 3 elements. Under that, soul body, that is purely soul. So when the soul leaves, it leaves with the subtle body. So in this material world, soul cannot to live without a body.
Mm.
It has to have a subtle body, minimum subtle body. Next is gross body. So soul cannot stay in this world
Without a body.
as a single soul without body. So that's why whenever a person dies, the soul is leaving with a subtle body. That means what? We are carrying our mind, intelligence and ego, and we are soul, and we are going with a body. We are going with a body. Only at the time of birth, we are accessing or we are developing a gross body,
Yeah.
which is made up of 5 elements. Yes.
Yeah. So, Prabhuji, just additional question on this. So, if a human downgraded to a lower species, and as a human, right, we have a good intelligence, right? And when we are going into the lower bodies, lower species, that intelligence is not there. I mean to say, right? Whether it would be in a basically in a diluted form.
Dormant. Basically, I said
dormant. Okay.
Dormant. Yes, dormant. Right. Basically, if somebody enters into a dog body, same subtle body, maybe changing the subtle body type according to the gross body, but is the same intelligence is there, but that body restrict that intelligence.
Got it.
That body conditions that intelligence. You have to think like a dog. It will think that I am a dog. The dog intelligence only works to that extent only. But when we become human beings, it blossoms.
Yeah.
Right? It gives full access to the intelligence.
And that also right applicable for human body, right? For kids, right? For small kids, same intelligence is there.
Same intelligence is
but
there.
Since body is not basically ready for that intelligence, it is not there.
Exactly.
So as our body grows, the same intelligence will properly transformed, right?
Yes, bro. Yeah. According to the body's development, intelligence, blossoms.
Got it.
Yes.
I think
Thank you, Prabhuji.
I think Prabhuji, that the person who took the dog birth, his intelligence also same level. I think.
Yeah. According to the body, that's all. Yeah. Of course, there are some intelligent dogs are there. Hare Krishna. Okay, very good discussion, Prabhu. Thank you. I'm so happy. Yes.
So nice.
विवेक जी
Prabhuji.
आपका कैमरा तो ऑन करिए, बहुत दिन से देखा नहीं आपको.
So we have to start a physical session, Prabhu. We have to start. Haribol. Wow.
Haribol.
Yes, you can see all actually. Okay.
Yes.
Prabhuji, go ahead. Gallery. I open gallery. You can all unmute your videos. We can see each other. Yes, bro. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Why can't we have an early session in February itself?
Prabhuji, I'm happy. I don't mind. I don't bother about Corona. But I don't want to put you all in fear. I don't mind. If Krishna wants, what can stop? What can happen? But I am ready. But it depends on all of you. Yours.
We can continue this online sessions.
Oh, online session is there, bro. Online session every week will be there. I cannot stop online.
Okay.
Oh yeah, online will be continuing unless I'm really things stopping me. But otherwise, I'm ready to continue.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Yeah. That shows your interest, enthusiasm. No, that definitely encourages me. Thank you for your encouragement. Yes. Okay. You can see Kamal. Okay. Shivakumar Prabhu, can you open your video? Girishma Mataji, Padma Mataji, and Dr. Sripadji also. It's already 8:30. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nice to see you all after 3 weeks, huh? Almost 4 weeks, huh? 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are very
But
hungry to
Prabhuji,
Prabhu.
online is good, but it cannot replace the
Prabhuji,
physical
definitely,
session.
bro. Definitely, bro. You cannot.
Yeah,
Prabhuji,
yeah,
we'll do kirtan, we'll do,
yeah.
skit. We can, at the end of everything, prasadam is there. What can replace prasadam?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the best time,
Correct.
With a good food is a good mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that way, definitely it's not a replacement, but something is better, so that we can
Yeah.
Yeah.
keep intact. That's all. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much for your interest and
Dhanyavad.
encouragement.
Yeah.